Makes it sound great.
It is great.
So
The Nate Space Marine ran.
No Man's Sky. Yeah, I'm gonna play it later tonight.
Neat.
Yeah, for the first time. Like, oh, I guess there's a tutorial first, and
I have no idea.
yeah.
I remember playing with
Was that another enlisted Daniel game, or I'm just kidding?
nope.
Oh, it was a different one. Okay, okay. Just checking. You just played it though. You remember playing it?
I played the shit out of it, kind of by myself. Everyone was all like, "Hello, games and multiplayer," and I said, "I don't give a fuck about multiplayer. Let me enjoy my crazy universe by myself."
It's not. It's a multiplayer though, right?
They have multiplayer in it for sure, but it can be a survival game where it's like you're on some. Unless they change a whole bunch, but I think this is a core facet of the game, which is like there was essentially 4 ways the environment would constantly hurt you on a planet. So it's like temperature too cold, temperature too hot, like insidious atmosphere, or I think of radiation or something like that. So it's basically 4 things. That's like one of them is probably hurting you almost everywhere you go.
That sounds fun.
So it's about hiding in caves, hiding in structures,
I'm good at hiding.
Advancing the technology in your suit to defend against those kinds of attacks, all the while exploring the crazy universe that you inhabit. You get points. You can advance. It's kind of like Elite, where like you can run around, blow shit up, or you can run around and just explore stuff.
I can explore there, like I do here.
Yeah, because most planets have life, and you got essentially bonus stuff for if you discovered all the creatures on a planet. So sometimes that alone was like, okay, I've been on this planet for 3 hours, and I have, say, 15 of the 16 life forms that it tells me that are here, but I keep, like, where's this other one?
Huh.
What kind of weird biome do I have to explore to find this thing? So sometimes that alone is like, that's your whole day of play, is run around exploring a single planet.
Aww.
And then you get pulled in another direction to do it all again, or just to do something different in between.
Hi, Red Dog.
I can't not hype it up. It's fucking an awesome game.
So it is an awesome game. Okay, I'm glad, because I hope so. It was on
sale,
like
this at the beginning.
You have? Okay, thanks.
I think I wasn't like a pre-order or like a week 1 player, but I think I was I was in the first month I started playing it. In 2016. Whoa.
I'm mic checking.
Mic check 1, 2.
Yeah, the mic check works. And Red Dog. Okay, first before I get to you, Red Dog. Yeah, it says the game came out in 2020 for me on the console thing. So you did testing on No Man's Sky? You got early testing, or was that just like the PC? Wait, what?
It was on PS4.
Oh, okay.
Remember that time before the PlayStation 5 was like existed?
Yeah.
There was video games.
There was no other time. So it just like has a different date on it, or maybe I didn't read it. I don't know, but it's like okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna check because I have it on this
on the system. I don't know. I may have looked at the wrong game because honestly, I did get.
Yeah, Total Perspective Vortex is the name of the Platinum Trophy, and I got it on September 5th, 2017.
Whoa, well, that's kind of exciting. Yeah, he's talking about No Man's Sky, but we're playing Elite Dangerous tonight. I am going to play No Man's Sky later. Red Duck says hi.
Hi, Red Duck.
Welcome to the Let's Discuss the Solar System 2 podcast. I don't know. That's not what it is called. And he said, so how about that Hyperion? What a mess. And he says, if anyone doesn't know, it's one of the strangest moons in the solar system.
It is. It's the moon of Saturn. And it's kind of... it's not round. It's like an asteroid kind of potato shape.
Mm-hmm. Look, with no help from ChatGPT, that's for sure. I learned some stuff. Oh, and I've got paper. I've got printed out paper this time. Oh, you're in for it. I got the 88 constellations.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that for like the tense moments when we need to break it up with like quizzing you. I got it on paper so I can like rub them off, like put pen to paper to keep
Yeah.
track, and then I'll take a red pen and I'll mark you. I'm just kidding. Mark it on.
So you
Them
have a
on.
list of them, and you're gonna
Yeah,
like check.
yeah.
He said
They're in
that. Check. He said
alphabetical
that.
order. Yeah, yeah,
They should be. They absolutely should be.
yeah. They're in alphabetical order. So my expectations are high.
Good.
I don't know how many he'll get out of the 88, but
I already aced the test this week, so woo!
wait, you did a test already?
I had to do well. I had a 3-day health and safety certification
Oh,
at
that's
work,
good.
and the quiz was on Wednesday. Well, not the quiz. The final was on Wednesday, and it's like, hope you don't fail because this ain't cheap.
Right, right.
So there was a couple of questions I was nervous on. Like, man, I just it's not so much go with your gut. It's more like I know this. A lot of it is just it's like legal things. So it's not a matter of knowing where to reference the like regulations and legal codes in the books that are provided. So
Yeah.
as long as you can do that, you can do well on the test.
There you go. You can look at
Yeah,
books
it's like-
and things.
It's like, oh man, I probably got like 2 or 3 wrong. It's like, god damn it. It's like, nope, 31 out of 31.
Well, then we're expecting at least 31 out of 88 tonight.
I mean, I feel if I get less than half, I'm disappointed in myself,
Okay. Well, no.
and I get to quit. I get to quit Space Games forever.
You'll have to. You'll have to hide your head in shame if you can't get more than, I don't know. I wouldn't put that much on yourself about it.
Everyone should get at least 12.
Oh, well, that's, look, I didn't even know that. Look, no.
That's the
That's a lot.
Zodiac, right? The Zodiac is 12.
Oh, they're part of the constellations, yeah. But
Yeah.
what if you don't remember all the Zodiac? Wait, so then
The-
why did we decide on those being the Zodiac? What if there's other Zodiac?
There's
Type
no,
things.
there's a reason that the Zodiac constellation. Okay, so yeah, there's
Yeah.
a reason that those constellations are the Zodiac constellations.
Well, tell me, please.
It's because the ecliptic goes through them. What the fuck is the ecliptic? YouTube
Yes.
asks.
Yeah.
It's the imaginary line in the sky that all the planets and the sun travels across, because that's the plane of our solar system. So you think of all the planets orbiting the sun on one plane, like a record, or a compact disc for you hip young kids. That
Right.
thin disc is like a line in the sky, because the Earth is on that disc and on that plane.
Isn't by the way, I did see the sun is actually, everything going around the sun, right? But the sun is actually like spinning like a corkscrew, is it not? And it's not staying in the same place.
If you're talking about that animation of the sun like flying forwards and all the planets like
Yeah.
spiraling around it,
Yeah,
because the sun's moving through the galaxy.
So
And
our
it's taking
galaxy's
us
on
with
the
it.
move. Where's our
Everything in space
galaxy
is
going
moving.
to?
Everything it's going towards the Andromeda galaxy.
Oh, and that's what we're eventually supposed to collide with. They always talked about the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxy colliding, and it's because we're literally moving toward it.
Well,
Why?
it's because it's the closest large galaxy, and gravity pulls mass
Why
together.
are we moving toward it though? Why
Because
isn't our sun
gravity-
stationary?
Because gravity. It
God,
boils
we
down
have
to
to-
gravity. Gravity.
I
gravity
can't
will
wait
move
till the
everything.
gravity episode. I can't wait for the gravity episode. I'm telling you, gravity gets me hyped because the fact that gravity, I would decide it's gravity anyway.
I mean, we don't really decide it's gravity. That's the consequence of the physical universe we inhabit.
Who did? Okay, all right. So yeah, move.
I mean, ultimately, science decided or God did. I don't know which one you want to pick.
Red Dog
It's
is
not
like,
like
right? Red Dog is like the gravity episode is gonna be lit. It is. I can't wait for the gravity episode. I mean, I don't know about this episode, but the gravity episode, that's got to be like the final episode or something because I'm just
the
too
final
excited
boss of the
about it.
universe is gravity.
Yeah, like right? Like I can't think of anything. I'm not doing the stupid fun.
Super Cruise.
If you guys ever do special guests, that's when I'll volunteer for, says Red Dog. Well, there you go.
Special guest Gravity.
Yeah, no, our special guest will be Gravity, Red Dog. We'll have a Gravity on.
We've called all the fundamental forces over.
Can you imagine? I was still hoping.
Like, shut up, big nuclear force. No one listens to you. Keeping molecules together. Get out of here.
Fingers still crossed for Bill Nye or Neil deGrasse and Neil Tyson deGrasse. What? Neil
deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, that they might come along. You know that they're just waiting for their chance.
The ghost of Stephen Hawking and Miss Frizzle all on a crazy like a panel episode.
A panel episode with Stephen Fry, just because he's great at handling panels.
He is pretty good. I like QI is a hilarious show.
Yeah, so like that's like the dream, right? I'm just saying, gotta have your expectations high. All right, so where did we want to start? I mean, Red Dog wanted to start about the moons, the strange moons.
But like way past that. We're so far past that.
There were some cool moons.
We could barely see the sun. We could barely see the sun behind us. We're so far away from the sun.
Okay, well then.
Or the edge of the solar system.
You want to go right to the edge of the solar system?
We're going to leave the solar system.
I thought we were staying in the solar system, but we were talking about all the other stuff in the solar system. We are totally on the wrong page. Let's discuss the solar system too.
So the solar system 1 was like all the planets.
But we didn't talk about all the other stuff in the solar system.
What else do you want to talk about? We did.
We didn't talk about...
We talked about Titan. We talked about Neptune. So are we talking about...
We talked about... Oh, okay.
Remember days ago when I said like the list of all the things...
Cloud?
Okay, so Oort cloud, Kuiper belt, trans-Neptunian objects, comets, all that stuff is beyond the orbit of Neptune and Pluto.
Oh, okay, so this counts.
So all the major planets, they're already in the rearview mirror. We're not like we can. It's not that we can't talk about them, but we already kind of did, and we're moving further away from them now.
But could we talk about the Oort cloud? Because I want to know about that.
The Oort cloud's the farthest thing out, so that's later.
And Planet 9, and Climate.
I mean, back in my day, we had a Planet 9. It was called Pluto.
Yeah, I know. Back in my day.
There's still a planet to meet Pluto.
And I need you to describe our heliosphere better, our solar bubble.
Okay.
And I really have questions about more things and stuff. Like, I'm really curious about...
I have questions about more things and stuff. Can you explain more things and stuff? So what do I start with? Because I remember you talked about the Plutonian system and its several moons and all that.
Yeah,
so that was kind of like where we got that.
Yeah, there's that. And then there was some... I don't know, and Borisov, I don't know, stuff that were interstellar intruders from outside of our solar system. I don't understand what that is. And the Planet 9 thing needs to be talked about a little bit more, because what...
Yeah, I mean, the other minor planets, too, like Sedna and Quorar and Makemake.
Yeah,
and
like I need to... Wait, that sounded like you just made that word up, I'm just saying. Like, you're like, Makemake, like, that's an 80s song.
That's offensive. No, it's... No, I don't know if I pronounced it right, but that's the name of the minor planet.
Okay, I think it sounds like an 80s.
Because in this modern era, they kept finding planets to name, and they're like, well, we kind of like all the Roman and Greek. They had their time in the sun, and they named a whole bunch of shit after them. Now we can look at other religions and systems of faith.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't mean to be offensive.
So a lot of more recent.
I'm already canceled. Damn it.
Yeah, sorry, canceled. A lot of more recently discovered planets are named after other less well-known systems of faith.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like
Art says things and stuff vague. Yeah, see, I need help. That's why I need help. And
what is it?
Bruce says, yeah, what are we talking about? So Bruce says, yeah, where are we talking about this in the solar system? And Bruce says, series must be canceled. Gosh, I really have made it if I get canceled.
That's how you know you're famous.
Good to see you, Ark. Right? If people cancel you, and then they can't cancel you, but they can, but they can't.
Nope.
I just
without can.
And I still want to know how we decide how it's decided where the end of our solar system is. Like we
Okay.
don't really know what that is. We aren't definite about that, are we? No.
In the definition, yeah.
Bruce, this is on par with the PewDiePie bridge incident. I don't even know what that is, first of all. And second of all, why? Now I'm concerned. I can't
No,
look.
it's not.
It's not?
Without looking
Oh,
that up,
thank you.
it's not about that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Having my back. Having my back like that. Oh, hey, Sander. Sander's like, oh, 07 Commanders. Yeah, I'm on Elite Dangerous,
Oh
and so
seven.
is Brad. Yeah, that's what
It's
I've
low
seen
in
that.
space.
Yeah, I miss my wife or something. I miss my home. I miss my wife. What did David Bowie say? He said, no, that's Rocket Man and it's Elton John. My God, I almost confused Major Tom.
Wow.
Yeah, with Rocket Man. I am so sorry, Elton John. You're not even dead
Ground
yet, and I'm already
control to
forgetting.
Elton John is not a
Yeah,
song.
ground control to Elton John. Wait,
Wait a minute.
it should be. Oh my God! Wait,
Maybe.
hold on.
They were trying
Wait.
to radio him the whole time.
Oh my gosh! Hold, please. Hold, please, please.
Don't
Share in the
don't get
chat.
don't get
I have
ChatGPT
to
like
do
that.
it. Let's show ground control to
It's like
Major
ChatGPT. Could you write us songs that shouldn't exist?
with
Sure, I'll get right on it.
John's
I could do anything poorly. Here's some
Rocket
art.
Man song. Okay, David Bowie. Hey, don't be dissing my merch. By the way, in my merch store, you can check out my art. Okay,
I'm not dissing your merch. I'm dissing AI art.
Ark says, "Good evening, Brad. I hope you've been well. What do you think of the God's breath theory?"
I can't recall what that is off the top of my head.
Looks like we're gonna have to hear some typing.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Ring dwarf planet. Okay.
And
All right. So that'll be a side quest. But what did you want me to look up?
I don't remember now. Oh, I don't remember. The edge of the.
I looked up Korar was the first.
I don't know. I don't know. That would be a great question, though. The edge of the solar system has a cool name. It's called the heliopause, says Red Dog. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm trying to convince Siri is that we know.
Oh, that's what it
we know
was.
well
The
enough to
edge.
draw an edge of it. We can't really draw it like we can draw a map of a city, but we kind of can tell where the solar system ends. Because imagine the sun like an explosion that has a shockwave emanating out from it, but it's constantly exploding. The sun is constantly sending out energy, and this like shockwave basically pushes against the rest of interstellar space. But it has like a limit before it gets so weak that interstellar space stops it from pushing eternally outwards, and that boundary or edge is the heliopause.
Okay.
And the bubble that is confined within that space is called the heliosphere.
There you go. I still think it's a lie. Just saying. Okay, so we've got interaction here. It's Red Dog said, okay, ChatGPT, do my taxes for me, please, says Bruce. Bruce, you're too young to do taxes. Don't worry
To
about
do
it.
all of our taxes for us so that we don't have to waste our time.
Right?
That's the kind of thing AI should do.
Red Dog said, it's the boundary of where the sun, solar winds meets the interstellar medium. Look at you, smarty pants. Sanders says, first time to the stream. So is it about Elite or just the solar system universe in general? Fridays at 7 p.m. I do this podcast with Brad where we talk about space. We've talked about weapons in space and all that stuff. I've played, Helldivers or
it's
other
mostly
games.
sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, so we get sci-fi theories and science-y about space because it's great. And but I also play Elite Dangerous. I'm an exploration person, though. I won't be doing combat. I'm staying in the safe bubble of core. Red Dog says, God's breasts. God's a woman. I'm just saying. God's breath theory. It's a religious theory and has no basis in science.
It doesn't have to do with space. So.
Oh. Okay. Bruce says, this is about the solar system with Elite in the background, Sander. And Sander's like, cool. Thanks, Red Dog. There you go. But he's wondering what you think of it. Are you basically like asking, like, do you believe that God created the universe kind of thing? Like that's God's design kind of thing? Is that basically what the question is?
The idea that God's spirit is symbolized by breath as a recurring theme in biblical and religious texts, particularly in the creation of life context. Mm-hmm. So no. I don't believe in that.
There you go. There you go. I mean, there
Not
are
to be dismissive,
scientists.
but if I were to believe in a god or gods, they would be. I believe that there's existence beyond what we can understand, because we're just kind of we're lucky primitives on this planet. We're still just kind of apes that figured out how to make internal combustion engines and weapons and stuff like that. So, in the grand scheme of things, it'd be like an ant looking up at a person in like a park or something, and trying to understand why we get up and go to work. Like that ant's tiny brain can't figure that out, and we can't figure out the whole universe yet. So maybe there are advanced cultures and what we would see as gods run all over the place out there.
There you go. But okay. I was going on the premise, says Ark, that the universe is constantly expanding and contracting. I may have called it wrong. I thought it was God's breath. Maybe there is something. Is there something called God's breath about the universe? I mean, I know the universe is.
The universe is God's lungs.
No. Is there a term for that? Have you? Can somebody Google it? Bruce, get on the Google. Bruce, get on the Google.
No, we're talking about the solar system. I'm not going to Google random shit about God stuff.
Well, if it's in the solar system,
it's not. Though.
It might be just a name. They've named constellations and stuff after.
This is not about science. You're talking about God stuff.
No, it's just a title.
Next.
It's just a title. I will search it up. Because if it is like,
let me know when we're talking about facts again.
We are. It could be a title.
This is conjecture. This is conjecture about religion. Next episode.
No, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. Don't be doing this. Let's try to keep the commentary on the topic. What do you think about peanuts? Do you like peanuts?
No. I'm just.
Peanuts are in the solar system. Let's talk about peanuts.
Okay, whatever. Anyway.
Side note, I hope I don't lose electricity because there's a thunderstorm.
Ooh. But the constellations, as described in Greek mythology, were mostly god-favored heroes. I know we called a lot of them, but that's the Theo. Oh, that's a star myth. Theoi Greek mythology. That's a god of constellations, Sirius. I don't know where I know this is about like. Oh, there's God's Hand. That's an interstellar cloud that reaches for the stars. That was like 2024. It's actually a cometary globule, officially known as CG4, is located around 1,300 years away. It's a God's Hand. Yeah. Interstellar cloud reaches for the stars and dark energy. It's just God's Hand, but I've seen something about God's Hand, but there's probably something about God's breath. I don't know. If there's a God's Hand, there's probably. We moved on.
There's probably like a whole lot of stuff named after God that has nothing to do with science or astronomy.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've talked. Well, we've got a whole bunch of constellations named after Greek gods, so I think it all has to do with.
It's kind of a different context, though.
Well, that's only because we decided that we dismiss those gods. Yeah, I'm sorry we didn't get the question.
We're science now.
That's our fault. We always were. Yeah, you're fine, Arch. I appreciate you. Brad's just being snarky because he didn't know what you were talking about. That's all. Sanders said, cool, I had a debate earlier today about the dark forest theory versus us being persuasive of the aliens to do others in time to come. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, he had nothing to do with religion, by the way. It had nothing to do with religion, Brad, so you can calm the fuck down. Excuse me, sir. Like, oh my god.
So what is it?
Literally...
What is it then?
Well, I didn't Google more. I don't know if it was... when I did do a search, I saw something about God's Hand. It was a constellation. So there's probably something more to do with that.
Did the person that suggested it offer any insight as to what it actually means?
I don't know.
Or is this lighting a fire?
I don't know. No, I think they had a question of what you thought. I don't know. They haven't elaborated.
Never heard of it.
Now it's too far. Yeah, we just didn't know. We didn't know. I don't know. Anyway, moving on and not being awkward. Holy fucking shit. Great start. Ground control to Rocket Man. Commencing countdown. Thrusters on. Check it, ignition, and may God's love be with you, because I'm a Rocket Man long gone from Earth alone. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door. Wait, they kept the Major Tom verse? Why? ChatGPT couldn't let go of Major Tom. Sorry, just so you guys know. I had to let you know. This went off the map, though. Well, anyway, apparently, we've learned a lot here. Brad's gone off. Everybody in the chat is stunned into silence. And, you know, we already talked about leaving the solar system, that we already did it. Oh, thank God you're here, Duloink. No, that's not what? Brad does not love religion. Talk about the history of Venus and the misinterpretation of Lucifer equals Satan. Wait, are you talking about Paradise Lost? Good to see you, Duloink, as well, in Ark. So how about that Hyperion, says Red Dog. I don't know. Duloink, calm down, says Bruce. Brad's not coming back. It could have been my harsh language. But I'm panicking. Aw, that's a shame. Enjoy work. Sorry about that we didn't know what you were talking about. Perhaps if you had given us some context about the constellation in particular, that would have given it, because he didn't know, that would have helped, because I couldn't search it. But I'm aware of like images of things in space that have been called things like that. I can't think of it. It doesn't come to my mind. Sander has a question. Well, I don't know where Brad is. He apparently is gone and not on mic, so until he comes back, I guess I'll sit here awkward. Oh,
I'm here.
He's there. Oh, great. Thoughts on when and how it is realistic for us to reach Mars with human settlement. We talked about that in a previous podcast, Sander. But that does have to do with discussing the solar system, so it not for a long time, though. We did discuss that in a previous one called space colonization. That's a great question, though, Sander. There's a previous episode on colonizing space where we discussed that. Short answer would be a long time from now. We have to have a lot of things done. Maybe? Okay.
I mean, I feel like in the grand scheme, that would be the easiest thing to get something going on the moon and build something on Mars would be that's the next steps, right?
Relevant questions on this, this episode. Last week we talked about all the planets in the solar system. This week we're going to talk about all the stuff in between. Like, I thought we were talking about the moons and the comets and
the outer, the
outer rim of the yeah. Red Dog is at Mars with Olympus moons. Yeah, Red Dog. How about some trivia? What planet has the tallest mountain in the solar system?
It's that one you just said.
Which one?
Olympus Mons on Mars.
Mars?
I don't know if they have the biggest canyon too there.
Bruce said, Red Dog, I gotta know. Wait. Red Dog. Bruce says Red Dog is at Mars with Olympus moons. Wow, you guys got it right? Oh, wait, so keep quizzing then. I don't know. Anyway, I feel awkward now.
Yeah, Olympus Mons is the name of the mountain.
Oh,
Mars.
Okay. Yeah, like some of the moons are more fascinating than the planets that we have, honestly. And you're right, Jupiter protects the Earth. You said that in the last episode. Where's Titan, by the way? Whose moon is Titan?
Titan's around Saturn.
Okay. Because it has lakes, rain clouds, and winds made of methane. That doesn't sound very comfortable. Should we talk about Jupiter's...
It's a pretty heavy atmosphere, yeah.
Yeah. Bruce says, should we talk about Jupiter's 100 kajillion moons? I don't know, as long as we don't talk about them being made by God. Just kidding. Too soon? Did I ruin it too soon? Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. The Taurid meteor stream. What's the... Okay, so I saw the word Taurid mentioned earlier. Taurid, meteor stream. Can you... What's that? What's that?
Taurid means so the meteor showers are named after the regions in the sky they originate or seem to originate from.
How do we know?
So the Taurid meteor shower... Yeah, but as we look up at the night sky and you see a bunch of meteors flying out of the constellation Taurus, that's what we call a Taurid meteor shower.
Is it happening right now? Shit, I fell out of...
Certain meteor showers happen at certain times of the year as the Earth orbits the sun and flies through rocks and stuff that are in our way.
Yeah, there's a lot more in our way in space than people talk about, and there's less in the asteroid belt than we imagine. Like, there's more space in the asteroid belt between the stuff, but we have a lot more junk in space than you think, apparently. Like dust and all this sort of different things is in the space.
The belt takes up a huge area, though, or volume, I guess, because it's space. But so that's why there's still a huge amount of mineral wealth, but it's really spread out. It's like, I forget who mentioned it at the other episode, but yeah, it's not like the Star Wars Millennium Falcon avoiding shit.
Where's Europa?
Europa's a moon to Jupiter.
Okay, so
it's one of the Galilean moons.
Well, it's likely where the biggest ocean in the solar system is. It's under the ice of Europa or Enceladus. Why have they narrowed it down to 2? That seems silly. I
think Enceladus is a moon of Saturn, but it's kind of the same structure, so they hypothesized that under its surface is just huge amounts of liquid.
Salt water.
It's not. I was going to say it might not be water as we know it. It might be.
They say it's salt water, apparently.
Water and alcohol and methane. Basically, because it's so cold, it would be a gas at room temperature on Earth, but it's minus 200 degrees. It's a liquid.
Juloin says. Oh. Well, Duloin says Taurid. I'm sorry, it sounds like Taurid Hall. That's horrible. Meteor stream is pretty much the primary sector that bombs Earth to hell. Pretty much every extinction event happens when we pass through the Taurid sector. Okay, I saw the video. Did anybody see the video that was about how there's that layer in between? Okay, if you're digging down through the Earth, there's this layer where beneath it is like life forms, baby. Like, they're dead, everything's dead, but like mammals, plant life, fish taking in breath, birds, everything like that. And then there's like this sediment layer that's just death, like there's nothing there.
That was the layer of dust that, I don't know exactly what it's called, but that's the layer of dust that a killer asteroid threw all that up into the atmosphere and it choked out all the life on the planet, pretty much.
Yeah, and I don't know when it happened, but I watched this video about it and it was really fascinating to know that there was like
it happens every hundreds of millions of years because it's happened several times already.
You're talking about the Younger Dryas event, says Duloink. Hopefully soon. You're talking about the Younger Dryas event. Is that what it's called? Okay, I know that's off topic, but it's just like, well, it could happen to us because it would come from within the solar system or from out of the solar system. And that would be just like a meteor or a comet kind of deal?
A large comet or an asteroid would do that. It has to be like a certain size.
Yeah, well, it was bad enough that apparently that layer is, if you are one of those scientists that got to see it, it's all across the continents, all throughout the world. It's a whole layer.
The entire world was covered with sediment. Basically, it's like nuclear winter everywhere.
But underneath it was beautiful life. That kind of makes me so sad. Like it was all alive, and there was mammals.
Right now, we've had almost no notice.
Yeah, well, now we'd just be, burying a lot of tech crap and garbage and stuff, so it'd be fine. But, like, yeah, it's kind of sad to think of all that was alive, and then some big event happened, and it was all gone. Just want to keep the depression going on this stream, guys. I'm so sorry earlier for that. Sorry. That really happened, so that could happen at any time. But is it Jupiter that's protecting us most of the time from getting
Mostly
hit
because
by?
its size. Yeah.
Oh, see? Okay.
It's not like it's
Least
a Secret
anti-human
Service jumping in
streamer.
front of people.
Bruce. Least anti-human streamer, says Bruce. Just because of my stance on for the Illuminate and my one hoping that we have like an an event soon that wipes out all life on Earth. I don't know what you're talking about, Bruce. You're such a hater. Okay, we're going. Just kidding. Don't want me to talk like that. I'm going to a water world, okay? Alright, so what about this hidden planet? We've talked about the black hole. That's Planet 9. Where the hell is it?
Conjecture.
How'd they decide? You don't think it's real?
I don't think it's a black hole.
You think Planet 9's a planet?
Planet 9 is like the scientific speculation that there's some other source of gravity out there that would explain a lot of the perturbances in planetary orbits.
So there is something else here, but that also alludes to the black hole theory.
They keep going, oh, there's, they discovered Pluto and stuff was still messed up, and they're like, oh, there's got to be a 10th planet, Planet X. Because X is the Roman numeral 10. So they're like, oh, okay, there's got to be something else out there that we haven't found that will explain all of our,
Red Dog says there are no black holes anywhere near our solar system. Red Dog, controversial opinion. Sanders said, heard in TV show the Saturn's moon Titan is close to a next Earth, but I did not fully understand why. Any ideas? I think it's the possibility of its environment. What is it about it, Brad? I nearly called you Bruce.
It is the environment, because we think that its atmosphere is thick enough that if we could somehow make it sustainable to live there.
Yeah, after we've ruined this one.
Yeah. But having an atmosphere is a huge... Even if it's far away and has oceans of methane, having an atmosphere protects us a lot more than even a planet like Mars, which is just a big desert. But there's no atmosphere for us to breathe, and there's a very weak magnetic field which would just kill us with radiation pretty easily.
Bruce says, I mean, that's how we find planets. We do calculations to see how far apart the planets are from one another. Then we just say, if there's a planet, it would be there. And then we speculate, says Bruce. Red Dog says, black
That's like
hole.
a DLI-5 version, yeah.
Oh, shit, I have to slow down. Oh, shit. Red Dog says, black holes and that massive gravity would bend space-time. Light bends around it. Very easy to detect it if it was that close. Well, close can be relative as far away. Like, I think they have speculated that could be a black hole in this universe, haven't they? Is it just the universe or not the solar system?
There's probably not one in the solar system, but there could be if it was really tiny.
Yeah, maybe it's a small one, Red Dog, and it doesn't bend space-time. You ever think about that?
It could be something like the size of
Are you sizing
like a house.
that? Are you judging the size of that black hole? Could be a teeny tiny one, right? And I did see the video about how the smaller it is, the less it affects everything around it. Yeah. So Bruce said, if there was a black hole that close to us, we would be panicking, probably. And Red Dog says solar system is
right next to us, we'd already be annihilated.
dead. Yeah.
But it's kind of like a black hole of a very small size, like I'm talking the size, like physically the size of like a house out in space, would weigh about as much as a planet. So it would be no different gravitationally than just another planet being out there, which we're fine with. There's plenty of stuff flying around out there.
Okay. Solar system is crazy small, says Red Dog. You're so judgmental, but you're right. It is. I mean, as far as space.
Not compared to the Earth.
Duloink says, anyone see the video of the black hole spitting the star out? Look that up, oh no. I think that's... is that one of the videos you sent me, Brad? The black hole spitting the star out? No? I don't know, Duloink.
Kind of theory?
No, a black hole spitting the star out.
Yeah, but black holes don't spit stuff out unless they're white holes. Remember?
Oh, Duloink, what do you say to that? Has to be a white hole to spit something out of it.
Unless
But
you're
we
talking
have
about like the
heard of.
accretion disk, but that's different.
Oh, oh, fuck! That's the second time I've fallen out. I'm all out of. I'm all gobbled right
You
now.
have your orbit lines on.
I know. I'm fine. What? Why? Why do I need orbit lines?
It's that yellow line around a star when you jump into the system, so you basically
that's on.
don't fly into this circle kind of thing.
Yeah. I just keep falling out of frame shift.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. Okay, Bruce, I'm ignoring your comments. Red Dog says there are no tiny black holes. Stars can become black holes due to massive gravitational fields. Red Dog says there's a. Brad disagrees, Red Dog. Red Dog says there's a threshold that a star has to pass in order for it to collapse on itself to create a black hole.
That's correct.
Okay, so where are you guys disagreeing?
He said there's no tiny black holes. It's not necessarily true.
To the chat GPT. Are there... Okay, I gotta ask. Are there tiny chat GPTs? Are there tiny black holes? Micro black holes, also called mini black holes or quantum mechanical black holes, are hypothetical. Oh, tiny black holes for which quantum mechanical effects play an important role. The concept that black holes may exist that are smaller than stellar mass was introduced in 1971 by Stephen Hawking. Oh, who's that Stephen Hawking guy? I don't think he knows too much, does he, Red Dog? I'm looking at Wikipedia, not ChatGPT. It is possible that such black holes were created by the high-density environment of the early universe, or possibly through subsequent phase transition, referred to as primordial black holes. I like the word primordial. They might be observed as astrophysicists through the particles they are expected to emit by Hawking radiation. Blah, 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 dimensions, space dimensions, particle accelerators, blah, blah, large hadron collider, blah, blah, end-of-the-world scenarios, blah, blah. However, such quantum black holes would instantly evaporate either totally or leaving only a very weakly interacting residue. Besides the theoretical arguments, cosmic rays hitting the Earth do not produce any damage. So, minimum mass of a black hole? 10?
I go through cosmic rays in there, just...
Yeah. I don't know. Like, here's the article. I mean, can you both be right and wrong at the same time? Can that happen? Can we just call it a draw? Because it's not saying no, but it's not saying yes. Okay, good info.
Oh?
I'll concede the theoretical possibility, Red Dog says. I didn't know Hawking said that, but I also don't like tons of Hawking theories. He was wrong a lot. Ooh, give the tea. What was he wrong about? Spill it on the stream. Call Stephen Hawking out. I'm ready for it. I'm just saying.
The neat thing about science is you have a theory.
60% of the time.
Until you prove it, it might be the best guess that we have about how science in the universe works. And then you keep testing theories and figure stuff out, and you're like, hey, they weren't actually right, but there are theories that led us in the direction that got us to correct it. Like when we figured out quantum gravity, maybe Einstein will be wrong about stuff.
That'd be great. Take that, Einstein. You don't know nothing, Einstein. You know? That'd be great.
I mean...
What? Oh.
Don't need to shit on him.
Well...
Like Niels Bohr and Rutherford and like all the early nuclear scientists kind of led us in this direction by thinking like, how the hell do we explain the universe at tiny scales? How was like radiation and all that shit?
He's gone, but I'm gonna tell you what it is. I got the answer. Ark, if you're out there, I'm redeeming you right now. And Brad's about to learn something. Are you ready? I have to clear Ark's name.
Well, what?
I'm gonna clear your name. I'm gonna clear the name it's about a pulsar. We'll get back to Hawking in a minute. You guys talk smack about Hawking. I need to clear some shit up just so we can move forward all together as a unit. as a cohesive group. All
What are you
right?
talking about?
I'm clearing up some shit, but I'm also fuel scooping. I can't do everything all at once. I'm trying not to die. Hold, please. I need a bit more fuel. I'm almost there. Okay. Fuel scooping complete. Let me get the fuck out of there. Okay, excuse my languages, but we're not monetized yet, so it doesn't matter. Brad, don't go freaking out yet. What is God's hand in space? There are a couple of things people call God's hand, depending on what you're reading or watching. PSR B1509-58, the pulsar that looks like a hand, nicknamed the Hand of God. What it is, a pulsar, a rapidly spinning neutron star about 17,000 light years away in the constellation Circinus. I wonder if Circinus is one of the constellations you'll get right in the quiz later. Anyway, Circinus. Is that how you say it? Circinus? Am I butchering it?
Maybe.
Why it's famous. NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory captured an image. I thought there was an image where high-energy particles emitted by the pulsar interact with the surrounding cloud of gas and dust, and it looks like a giant glowing hand reaching into space. The pulsar is the collapsed core of a massive star that exploded in a supernova. It's releasing amounts of X-ray energy. Really? X-ray energy in space? Sculpting the surrounding cloud into finger-like shapes. It spans 150 light years across. It's like a handprint. No divine hand, but the nickname sticks because of the unmistakable shape. Astronomers see it as a natural work of physics. Others take it as a symbolic or spiritual reminder of vast forces beyond our grasp. There you go. What do you think of that? Ark, if you're out there and you heard that, I hope that was okay. Redemption.
The question was about God's breath.
Oh, shit. Well. Look.
Pulsars are cool, though.
Yeah, well, that was cool to learn about anyway. That's weird. So I
think they named an observatory after Chandra Levy.
Yeah, who is that?
I don't know. I think they were. I don't remember what branch of astronomy they worked with, but the comet that hit Jupiter, Schumacher-Levy. Pretty sure Chandra Levy was the co-discoverer of that before it smacked into Jupiter.
Oh. That's kind of interesting then. So we're learning even though I messed up. There is the Helix Nebula.
It's the best thing about science.
Oh, I did find God's breath now. The Helix Nebula. Where the fuck is that? Okay. The Helix Nebula, God's eye or God's breath. Sorry, I got you corrected this time. I'm sorry, Ark. It took me a couple tries. Okay, God's eye or God's breath. Why didn't it go to God's hand as well? Anyway, what it is, a planetary nebula about 650 light years away in the constellation Aquarius. I wonder if that you'd have gotten Aquarius, yeah. Official name, NGC 7293. When a sun-like star dies, it sheds its outer layers of gas, like a slow final exhale. Oh, that's sad. The result is an expanding glowing cloud of gas, often called stellar ghost. Really? Why it's called God's breath. It looks like a huge, colorful, eye-shaped swirl of gas, almost like it's breathing out into space. Some called it the eye of God, and others interpret it as a divine breath, the soul of a star returning to the cosmos. So what is this one? It's got an official
Helix
name?
Nebula? The Helix Nebula?
Yeah, where's that?
NGC stands for National Galactic Catalog. It's almost like scientists write stuff down in books and things. I've studied astronomy for over 30 years. I've never heard of it called that.
Why did they decide to call it that?
Because I'm sure some people can look in books and be like, you know what, that makes me think of this. I'm going to call it that. And some people might agree with them and go, you know what, I like that. I'm going to call that too.
Yeah, because now I see they also call the solar wind the sun's constant exhale God's breath to some. Supernova, the explosive last breath of stars, God's breath. Are they just calling everything God's breath and that's in space now? Is that what it
I
is?
mean, it sounds like that's
The thing?
I'm
But
picking up
still,
what you're putting down.
yeah, I mean, well, no wonder it's confusing. That would have been a hard question to answer, I guess, with all the options. Okay, I gotta catch up. I'm sorry, people. Julian says, didn't Hawking say something along the lines of we'll need to become cyborgs or androids to colonize the rest of space? We talked about that in a previous episode, Deloink, as in that we would talk about in a future episode, because yes, there's the possibility that we would need to have some adaptations to our body in order to be able to survive the brutal reality of being in space. I mean, look at what
They're
happens
making it a lot
to
easier.
astronauts right now. Yeah, we need
Or even right now,
modifications.
people that fly like fighter, like advanced high performance fighter aircraft and things like that, have to have a G suit, and they have advanced electronics that help them. So it kind of hints towards, hey, maybe in the future we're just going to integrate that into our bodies. We don't have to rely on an external computer or a suit that we put on. We're just going to adapt our bodies so we can survive that all the time.
And then there's what happens to astronauts that go to space and how we could improve upon that. And then what we think would happen to people if they lived out in space. We were talking about that, but we didn't go fully into it because we were like, ooh, let's talk about genetic, like, you know, that kind
Genetic
of stuff.
enhancement to survive in space could be its entire other episode.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, because we
Not to say
did
we don't need
mention
to
that.
talk about it.
Yeah, but we did mention something about that because Hawking may not be wrong, although I think maybe partially he might have been also saying that stuff from a place of like wanting that for himself in real time. But let's be real. But at the
Also,
same
he
time,
studied stuff in the 70s, so like even since
all the influence. Yeah.
he was in it, the sake of it, developing theories and stuff which we now use. Science has advanced.
But we were going to talk about that in a future episode. We kind of touched upon it in space colonization at Deloink. We did talk about that kind of thing. Red Dog said that happened a lot with him, Brad. His contributions were superb, and they often led to more discoveries that disproved his original ideas. Oh, with Hawking? Yeah, that makes sense.
With every scientist that ever lived.
Yeah, they eventually get shit on. But if
No,
they hadn't
I'm
been,
not saying
then...
that. They had science advances based on prior
Beyond
knowledge
them?
and thoughts and theories.
And people trying to disprove or further prove
we
the
know,
theory?
everything we've, open quotes, proven today might not be true in 1,000 years. We'll have new science by then that's like, you know what, they were on the right track, but they didn't get it right.
Yeah, we totally got it wrong. I'm pretty sure we got it
That's
all
not
wrong.
how electricity works. That's not how gravity works.
Well, I could really get Brad going tonight because I watched something, a news segment about. I won't talk about it. About AI, okay?
I mean, the internet's designed to be inflammatory now, so that's no surprise at all.
Yeah, like we've totally. Well, there we go. Like, I really want to talk about, it, but I'll leave it for later. Okay, so catching up. The biggest example that comes to mind, says Red Dog, was when he said black holes destroyed information. I remember we talked about that in the holes thing. He conceded before he died that this was wrong and one of his biggest mistakes. Yeah, I mean, it's proven that, what is it, that things go in, they might still be in there or something like that? Brad, we talked about that, didn't we? I believe we did in previous episode.
I think it's less that is proven. It's more like they couldn't prove
That it did
that it
destroy.
was destroyed. So okay, it's a
Yeah, there's no proof that it is destroyed. Huh. I wonder what made him to change his mind. Oh, that's pretty.
I'm not sure, but it was like, the advance of science and understanding. Like, you know what? Hey, I didn't know that before, but I was wrong.
But he didn't. Did he? I wonder if he elaborated on what made him change his mind. And side note, he was really mean to a dear friend of mine in L.A. Oh gosh, Red Dog, get real personal here. Calling Stephen Hawking out. That's right. This doesn't affect my dislike of him. I think his theories were entertaining, but I always take them with a grain of salt. Yeah, 'cause he was a full of himself jerk. Didn't the Theory of Everything or one of the movies kind of say he was kind of a dick? I don't remember. Did anybody watch it? No? Nobody? Brad, did you see
I don't know.
the
I
Stephen
was bored.
Hawking film? I have a book of his too, but I just wondered if anybody watched the movie that was about him. I think it sort of indicated that he was kind of a jerk. I'm just saying. Um, what does God's breath smell like? Red Duck says. I'm like, okay, well, let it go. My God,
Maybe Stephen Hawking was a jerk to some people because
they were
of his.
of his immense brain. Right? Is that what you're saying? His mass
Uh,
intelligence.
no, just how someone in his like physical capacity might have had a hard time doing stuff, and
Yeah,
people were probably assholes to him.
yeah, yeah. Could be. He's
I'm
not here
sure
to
there's people
speak
that
for
don't like
us.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, and it's like, well, you're probably a fucking idiot.
Well, there you go. There you go. So we're totally on track today. So basically, DeLoyne said Hawking supported the creation of the Adeptus Astartes before 40K was ever a thing. Wait, you gotta tell me what that means, nerds.
Space Marines.
Okay, tell me about this. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna make.
Warhammer uses a lot of like fake Latin and High Gothic and stuff like that. So Adeptus Astartes are Space Marines.
Do you know that was on sale, guys? Until the 11th, there's a sale on Space Marine video game for the PS5, PSN right now. Just not sponsored. Just letting you know if you're wanting to get that game, it's on sale.
But hey, Games Workshop, if you want to sponsor our
But if you
stream,
do want to sponsor us because of how
I spend
pleasant
a
I
lot of
was,
money on your models. Please sponsor us.
and we were so pleasant during this episode that like who wouldn't want us sponsoring their product? I mean, come on. Totally. I handle my cool so well. I'm sure I didn't say fuck even once.
Don't be bringing up
Okay,
bullshit. You won't get bullshit.
there you go. But it wasn't bullshit. Like apparently it's a common thing. Now we know how common it is to just call everything God's breath. I mean, God's breath just everywhere, I guess. I don't know. But it did attach some star names, so it's just got a couple of them. Santa says, I know Brian Cox. Oh, he's mentioned before. Has talked about. Should I be following Brian Cox on my channel? Has talked about the recreation of data from black holes, but honestly, I don't understand it. Yeah, we had a couple black hole episodes. Didn't Brian Cox get mentioned a couple times? I honestly don't follow him. Do you, Brian? Are we too old for Brian Cox? Is this a generational thing?
I don't know. Never too old to learn.
Well, then why don't we know who Brian Cox is? He's been mentioned before. Is he cool? The Quantum Roots of Reality full interview. Physics explains quantum physics in 22 minutes.
You need more than 22 minutes to explain quantum physics.
He was on BBC Earth Science.
Is there life beyond Earth?
Okay, well, I might check him out. I'm just saying. Am I hit with copyright now? Just saying. Okay. He was on Big Think. That's good. That's a good channel to follow. Big Think. I mean, maybe he's got some great ideas, and I'll check him out. I'm sorry. He's definitely worth a follow. Yes. Well, please link him in the chat for me, Red Dog, so I can immediately pull up his channel. That would be helpful. What within the world of astronomy are the main theories that are being worked on at the moment? That's a really broad question. That's too broad for this episode. Are there any current science questions that are trending, if that's the right word for it? How the fuck do we get off this planet? It's basically
How to fix the environment.
Yeah, nobody really cares about doing that, though. You follow him on Insta? I'd rather have the YouTube.
Maybe a bunch of fucking
YouTube.
stupid people don't.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's not what we're working on, though. That's not the main thing that they're working on in astronomy. We're trying to, I don't think that's the main thing that's being worked on. Probably a gazillion things are being worked on, but I wouldn't know. I just discussing the solar system and some side notes and I've made Brad grumpy today. So we got a battle ahead of us. Do you have fresh coffee?
Yeah.
It was fresh. Even that can't save us. Okay, I'll figure it out. I got this. Okay. So Are we moving back into to the edge of the solar system like I've asked about?
I guess so. You're driving. Where are we going?
Well, I'm not good at driving this. So main his theories. Sander, I would suggest if you're really interested in astronomy, just search up this week in space news. You'll get a whole bunch of things that will show you what's going on. Like the latest developments are often, you know, they're not. Some of them are, you know. Yeah, I would just and then follow certain sites that are really good at that stuff. But yeah, there's
Like university websites, universities where they have telescopes,
Yeah.
observatories and things.
very
Their
good for
websites would be. Well, then
Yeah.
you're going to the source, right?
yeah.
They
Then they're
post
more
pictures and publish papers and things like that, where the news might pick it up and be like, "Hey, here's some, just 3 minutes of vitriolic shit that one of our junior broadcasters found something."
yeah.
It's like,
And
it's
go
this.
to the space site too, NASA and all that. Why not? I mean, they do share a lot of information about the little things that they're working on as well.
What's the Terrence Dickinson thing in Night Watch? What book is that? Or the magazine or whatever? I can't remember.
Sky and
News?
Telescope. Sky and Telescope's what I used to get.
That.
Sky and Telescope's fantastic. That was a great one for me. There you go. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna give this guy a help out. I mean, I'm gonna give him a follow.
I think Brian Greene was another book, but he was talking about the shape of the universe and stuff.
Okay, so the solar system, this heliosphere, we mentioned it at the start. I really like to
Yep.
find out why we decided that's the extent of the universe. Oh, he doesn't actually have many followers. He's only got 7.5k followers? Is this guy legit? Why does he only have 7,000 followers?
Maybe because he doesn't pay for them.
You don't have to pay for them to get that. I'm just saying.
But you can.
Oh, he hasn't published for 3 years because he's doing all the talks everywhere else. Oh, probably also because he has a TV program or something now. Did he start out on YouTube and is that what happened? He's a broadcaster. He's a particle physics. He's a professor of particle physics at the University of Manchester. I'm sorry to snub you. I just was surprised for being such a big deal. Like he doesn't have many followers on YouTube, so maybe we can help him out there. That's why you
Because
call
he's
him
actually
on
smart.
Yeah, no, he's on Instagram. He's not that smart. He's using Meta.
He's a particle physicist, so he's not an idiot.
Well, he's on. Much more content from him on Insta. Yeah, that's probably because it's more consumable. I saw him on, when I pulled him up, it pulled up Big Think and the other, like, good, philosophical and or scientific site, stuff, so that share theories. So I think I'll appreciate watching some of the videos from there. He has made many documentaries on the universe and our solar system, and it's mostly known for that. Well, that's cool. Yeah, he was mentioned in a previous episode by a viewer, and I just hadn't heard of him because my brain didn't know about him. Maybe it's because he's such a young, strapping lad. He's on the same level as Neil deGrasse Tyson for you, Red Dog. Well, okay then. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that link. I mean, obviously following him when he hasn't posted content to that in 3 years is not very useful, but I'm following it anyway. Okay, back to in the solar system. Were we going back to the heliosphere? I kind of wanted to talk about stuff before that, but that's the solar system's force field, right? That's what we're calling it? How do we know it's actually a force field? Why? Is it really going to protect us from anything if we're going to collide with...
I explained that already.
Okay.
The sun is like a constant thermonuclear explosion, and the shock wave created from that is pushing out against interstellar space. And where it gets weak to the point where it's not pushing out anymore, it's just kind of holding interstellar space at bay, is the edge of that shock wave, and it's called the heliopops.
Oh. Its shape and behavior change with solar activity. It could collapse or fluctuate under extreme conditions. Wait, it could collapse? Oh, and cosmic rays from outside the heliosphere may influence Earth's climate. Wait, so it could collapse? And we're just like, oh, that's cool. What happens if it collapses?
I don't know where you're reading that, but does it say anything about what would cause it to collapse? Like another star flying into it totally would fuck it up.
Really?
But might that happen? It's possible. Is it likely? Probably not.
That's cosmic doomsday stuff.
There could be like a brown dwarf star flying around and it just like smashes right into Earth next week. We wouldn't know.
So a realistic threat would be a dense interstellar cloud. Our solar system is moving through the galaxy. If we enter a denser region of interstellar space, I didn't even think about that. So we're traveling. The solar system is we're traveling because now that I've got the vision of the sun being a corkscrew spinning, and we're all spinning around it.
The sun goes around. I think it's 265 billion years it takes to orbit the galaxy.
Wow, that's a long time. So
it's called the Great Year. I can't remember exactly how long it is.
Well, you should know that to the decimal. But okay, so it's spinning, right? But that means we're moving. So if we enter a denser region of interstellar space, a gas cloud with more pressure, it could crush the heliosphere inward. Some models suggest
like a bubble.
Some models suggest it could shrink to within 10 to 20 AU, closer than Uranus. See, I said it right this time, right? Did I say it right? Yep. Uranus? Yep. A small heliosphere hitting the solar system could affect satellites, astronaut safety, blah, blah, blah. The other one is a slow collapse. That's the sun loses power over billions of years. It might not produce enough wind to maintain the heliosphere. Or a supernova nearby. A cosmic sledgehammer. That's a cool way to call it.
Yeah, supernova nearby or like a gamma ray burst or something would totally fuck it up. But that's
a rogue black hole or a shockwave.
Some of these are kind of like, it's extremely unlikely that you're going to get killed in a car accident on the way to work, but it's not impossible. Oh, God. Well, you're talking about cosmic doomsday stuff. So it's like, yeah, you could be killed at any moment, but you're probably not going to be.
You could still get in an accident.
All this weird stuff could happen. Yeah. Random black hole, rogue star, gamma ray bursts, run into like interstellar, fluctuating densities. We don't know enough about, the universe to be like, oh yeah, no, that's, there's a 50% chance of being killed by the black void tomorrow.
I don't think we're too worried about it. We're not really too worried about...
I mean, we're not worried about the environment. We totally know that's fucked up. So
yeah. So I think we're like...
That's like a human psychological thing more than a scientific thing.
Also, to be real, I think it's... Here's something. I know we're all grumpy tonight and all this stuff, and we kind of got off the rails, but, to be fair, the fact that humans have a hard enough time to think or worry or care about things beyond what they can see or experience, and have a hard time to empathize anymore, it's kind of still amazing. Yeah, it's kind of amazing that still there's this capacity for us to be interested in the stars and space and beyond our universe, and things that are beyond our possibility of ever experiencing or seeing.
Yeah, not everyone has turned into a narcissistic dipshit yet. So some people do still dream and hope and want to learn about stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, we're working on becoming that stuff, but we aren't yet. Everybody went quiet though. Everybody's gone to Brian Cox's channel, I think. And they're looking at it in deep thought.
Go learn about particle physics.
Particle physics, yeah. Actually, that is kind of exciting. Well, where does particle physics fit into our solar system? Everywhere, but in particular.
High energy collision, like cosmic rays in the atmosphere and stuff like that. Or how aurora are made is kind of related to that.
How are aurora made?
So that's constant explosion put out by the sun. Sometimes it has a shit fit and makes solar flares and stuff, and the solar flares are just giant plasma storms that release electric energy. And because the Earth's atmosphere has a magnetosphere in it, which protects us from radiation, a magnetosphere.
And that sounds like an X-Men thing. Tell me what that is.
There's a region because the Earth has a metal core and it's spinning around, it generates an electromagnetic field around the Earth, which is powerful and colossal, that protects us against energized particles that the sun emits. That's why Mars doesn't have that, and that's why it's kind of dangerous to go. Or interstellar space doesn't have that, so it's lethal to astronauts that aren't protected. But solar storms, unleashing energy and smashing into that, it's exactly like how a neon light is created. The science is the same. You excite gases with electricity, and you create light. Depending on what the element is, will make a different color of light.
Oh yeah, we went over that last week, guys. Yeah.
But the different neon lights, like neon signs, the different colors are different gases.
So those lights are gases, huh? Well, there you go. Red Dog said, "We now think that the vacuum of space isn't empty." I agree. We think that it comes from quantum material now. Quantum entanglement, says Red Dog. And particle physics is spearheading that new physics. What do you think?
Yeah, the quantum foam, the Dirac and all that is a theory about.
Tell me more.
Energy at the quantum energy. Well, I don't remember which episode, but we definitely talked about it.
We did talk a little bit, yeah, but just
the quantum scale, the 0-point energy, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Where do we talk about that?
It's hard to get instruments to detect that because it's unfathomably small.
Mm-hmm. Like the tiny black holes that still exist. But I'm just kidding, Red Dog. Go on.
And we don't have. Well, it's related to that, but the science of that scale isn't fully understood yet. So it's kind of like, how do you build sensors or equipment to detect stuff at a scale you can't even understand the science behind?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like people that never saw anything more advanced than a horse and a bow and arrow try to design like an internal combustion engine or a fuel sensor or a speedometer. They'd be like, "What? Huh?" Science has to advance more before they can figure that out.
Well, we'll wait for it. I'll wait by the sun. Okay.
I'll be over here by the sun.
Yeah, I'll wait here by the sun. Okay. A lot of what we used to understand, says Red Dog, as how physics works isn't exactly how we think stuff works now. It's underneath space, time, gravity, and energy. The math focuses now on a variable called action. What do you think of that, Brad? I'm like, Brad? I look it over at Brad. There you go, Red Dog. So Red Dog, what have you been reading and watching for this? Where you get all these crazy ideas? I'm just kidding. No, for real though. Share your sources.
One of the first.
Please go on.
It was one of the channels that I linked to talked about that.
Oh.
The quantum of action is a unit of measurement for stuff like that.
Okay. A lot of what we used to... Okay. And there are experiments to demonstrate some of this new math. One sec, I have a good video for you, Red Dog says. Okay. You know a good place where we were putting stuff in? We were putting it in the... That was where we were going to put it. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So... Oort cloud.
The Versatasium channels where I saw it.
Okay. So the Oort cloud, a hypothetical spherical shell of icy bodies surrounding the solar system, possibly up to 100,000 AU away. What's an AU? And by the way, we talked about this last week, but we didn't go into it. Maybe
what
where
AU is?
Not AU, but the ghost halo, the Oort cloud, maybe where long period comets like Hale-Bopp, I remember that, originate. I wonder how they're formed. You can tell me that too. I have too many questions, I know. May hold rogue planetary embryos or even captured interstellar objects. We've never seen it directly. It's that far and faint. So tell me about
Yeah.
this. Why is it hypothetical? This is
I was about to say it's not so much hypothetical, but it's more like it's theorized that that's where are all these comets coming from, or where do they reside? Okay, well, based on their
Earth
orbital
cloud?
data, yeah, they're that far away. But it is way too far away for us to. It's obviously telescopes can see stuff that's really far away, but they're very energetic and incredibly bright and very far away. That's why we can see them. But these things are extraordinarily faint, practically invisible to our current technology. That's why we can't really determine, oh, here's where it starts and here's where it ends. But based on, Halley's Comet doesn't have a circular orbit, it has a very elliptical orbit, like a squashed oval. So it's like, okay, well, based on how we watch it come towards Earth and orbit the sun and then fly away for another 73 years or whatever its orbital, like its year is, that we can basically guess at its shape of its orbit, which should be like, okay, well, at the other end, when it's really far away from the sun, it's hundreds if not thousands of AUs out. AU stands for astronomical unit. It's the
I was
it's the
about to
average distance
ask you.
between the Earth and the sun.
Okay. Astronomical unit. I remember AUs being on the little placemat thing I had of the solar system. It would say the number and then AU, I think.
Yeah, when you're talking about solar systems, it's a good unit of measurement. Once you get outside of a solar system, it's
What did
almost
they
useless
use?
because it's too tiny. What?
What
Outside?
did they use after that? Yeah.
Light years and parsecs.
Parsecs is a Star Trek term.
A parsec is a scientific term. It stands for parallax arc second.
Wait, what? Well, tell me.
So parallax is an optical phenomenon. So it has to do with photometry and like photography and stuff like that. But basically, if you look out and oh man, I'm rusty with this. So like a circle is degrees, and degrees are divided up into minutes, and minutes are divided up into seconds. Like a arc.
Yeah. A parsec is a measurement of distance, says Red Dog.
Yeah. 3.26 light years.
3.26 light.
But we got the name from it's not an acronym, but it's like a short form for parallax arc second.
Did we come up with parsecs first or light years?
Light
years?
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest.
What if we took parsec from Star Trek? You gotta get the computer. Wow.
I can't remember the geometry of parallax arc second.
We're now into geometry. Red Dog's like, I don't know that either. I mean, you could say light years were first, I guess, if you want to go from nearest to farthest, but what if we...
Okay, well, think of it this way. If you're measuring distance on Earth, like, feet and meters works within, like, your backyard or a single building kind of thing. But once you're talking about the size of a city or the size of a continent, measuring stuff in feet and meters is kind of like unwieldy. So you want to use a larger unit of measure. So you use kilometers or miles. That's the difference between like an astronomical unit and a light year or a parsec. Ah, that's what it is. Okay, yes. So a parsec is the distance from the sun to an astronomical object that has a parallax angle of 1 arc second.
Oh.
There's a nifty diagram to explain that.
Please put that in the Discord.
I was going to say, I have to open Discord.
That'd be great, because that would be useful. And then, with light
knowledge
years...
is useless if you're not actually learning. I can't just foam at the mouth and say stuff.
Yeah, like I do. Thanks for... Hey, some people like that I foam at the mouth. Red Dog says, probably light years. Light is how we measure all distances in space. I have to think that was first. Yeah, probably, Red Dog. I mean, it makes sense. It only makes sense that we go from...
Checking for updates, it must be a day of the week, because Discord has updates again.
Right. Red Dog says, what if light years was metric system and parsec was just in the U.S.? Ha, Red Dog. Funny. But it is interesting.
Though it may have been used before, the term parsec was first mentioned at an astronomical publication in 1913.
When was light years mentioned?
Next link. The light year unit appeared a few years after the first successful measurement of the distance to a star other than the Sun by Frederick Bessel in 1838. The star was 61 Cygni.
Wow. I wonder how
The speed of
accurate
light
he
was
was.
not precisely known in 1838. The estimate of its value changed in 1849 and 1862. It was not yet considered to be a fundamental constant of nature, and the propagation of light through the ether or space was still enigmatic.
Wow. When did it stop being enigmatic?
The light year unit appeared in 1851 in a German popular astronomical article by Otto Uhl. They explained the oddity of a distance unit name ending in year by comparing it to a walking hour.
Oh, back when people used to walk.
19th century science was interesting. Anyway,
Well, if I'm having
parsecs
my
later.
stroll for an hour, that's about what a light year. Well, that sounds confusing.
When you're calculating labor costs and things like that, for say how long will it take to finish this structure, you do measure things in things like people hours of work time, so that it's, or torque as a pound foot,
Icky.
it's like that kind of random shit.
Yeah, how icky, but yeah. As we chug down the coffee, the drink that was used for workers to keep them moving and up. It's kind of, I guess it all makes sense. Okay.
You talk smack about coffee, I will find you out there
I
in
know,
the internet.
I love the coffee, but I'm telling you, like, it was kind of used to help labor be more effective. It's just, they gave
Hate
us
to play it
coffee
off the game.
breaks. They gave us coffee breaks to enslave us further. I'm just saying. Okay,
Coffee was discovered way before that.
I know,
Just
but
saying.
it was used. It was used to wield power over us. Okay, I love it though.
Okay, so hate on the people that misuse it for their own nefarious deeds. Don't be shitting on coffee.
I'm not sure. Hey, coffee emotes in the chat. You guys
I
know I
told
love
you.
my coffee. You guys know I love my coffee. There, I got a new emote though. Look at that one. Look at that one. It's got eyes. You guys could have used that earlier when me and Brad were fighting. Coffee sucks. I'll be waiting, says Duloink. Peppermint tea. I didn't even know people were still there. I thought I scared everybody off. I know you want to talk about things beyond, like, the edge of the solar system, but I'm still wanting to talk about the fine dust particles throughout the solar system that cause zodiacal light, that hazy glow at twilight. They say some of it may come from comets, asteroids, or even ancient planetary collisions, like the one that happened between Earth and the Moon, right? Before on the Moon? So zodiacal dust and interplanetary dust clouds, that's in our solar system, right?
Interplanetary dust clouds? Yeah.
Sounds like a Beastie Boys later track. Intergalactic.
That's intergalactic planetary.
Yeah,
Close, though.
planetary, intergalactic. Just saying. Hey, old virgin, good to see you. Yeah, you're right. It's weird to call you that, but I'm going to call you that anyway, old virgin. It's good to see you. We needed help early. Oh my gosh, we were like, we were fighting. It was rough. And Stephen Hawking, we held no quarter for him.
Don't be calling me out on some bullshit stuff. Where am I posting this stuff?
I did what I could.
Parallax.
I
This is
had to
Parallax
have our
symbol.
respect. Okay, so, back to what we were talking about, Parallax. You're back on Parallax?
You told me to post it in Discord. It's finally done updating
Oh,
shit.
it's in. Oh, yeah. If you guys are in the Discord, I mean, it's not totally useless. I promise. Except if I try to load it. Oh no, it's gonna make my chat freeze. Okay. All right. So still within
Podcast chat. On the podcast chat.
podcast chat. Should I call it that? Should we open it up then? So
Let's
that
discuss
those
podcast.
links.
That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Can we talk some more about comets before we move on? Because they don't get enough love.
I thought you were
You just
talking about
get
the zodiacal light caused by dust and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was, but you didn't say anything more, so I thought we were moving on. It got moved quick, so yeah, please talk to me. Talk
No,
to
we don't
me
gotta
about
move
that
quick.
dust.
Slow the fuck down.
Trying to, but I'm all anxious from all the coffee.
You have 2 seconds to answer this random question about something we weren't talking about 5 seconds ago. Go. Oh, too late.
Exactly.
We're moving on.
Exactly.
You think it's a whole internet ADD?
Yeah. Well, I gotta keep up with these kids. They're on the TikToks now, You get like
Maybe the
15,
kids should
16.
fucking slow down.
Kids are all right. Right? Isn't that what they said in the 70s? Kids are all right. Kids are all right. Anyway, they're just listening to us sound like we're bickering. It's great. Don't forget to sponsor us. We'll promote coffee. It'll be great.
Responsible coffee and Warhammer.
Did you imagine? Coffee sponsor. That actually is great. Oh, 69% system. Do I leave it like it is?
No.
Chat. What? It's 69%. Fine. God, nobody lets me have fun anymore. So, where were you with the zodiacal space dust thing?
Should you ask a question that's less like you're randomly reading something, going what is this? Weird. What do you want to know about?
What about that zodiacal space dust?
Look, go to the article that you found it, and then read
No,
read it.
I'm
Ask a
not.
question about it.
No, I just don't know. Okay, so we know that much of the space is not as spacey as we think. There's a lot of stuff there, dust including. What is this? Is it just leftover stuff, residue from destroyed planets and stuff? I need to know. What is it? What is this dust in space?
There's lots of debris left over from the creation and formation of the solar system.
Oh, so that's all that dust is?
It was millions and millions and millions and millions of years of stuff hitting each other, or making moons, or planets getting destroyed by collisions.
And that stuff just never dissipates?
Nope.
And nobody's cleaning it up. The outer space is dusty, and nobody's cleaning it up. Nobody's dusting space. This podcast, says Deloitte, is brought to you ad-free by the Legions of Chaos. Basically, look, I don't know what happened tonight. I checked the moon, and it's waning. Is it waning crescent or waxing crescent? I mean, it shouldn't be such a big deal. Is all I'm saying. So it's not the moon. Can't blame it on the moon. My path is lit by hopeful radiance. The moon is telling me it's 19% waxing crescent. See, that's what's going on tonight, guys. We're at 19% waxing crescent. It's always that waxing crescent moon that gets you. The full moon is in 11 days, guys. Should I just take an edible? Will this help? I just need to know. Will that help us get through the rest of this? Will that help me ask better questions? I might have better space questions. I'm just saying. No? Brad's silence. Brad's silence is deafening. Help me out here, chat. I need your help tonight. We're talking about the solar system. There is nowhere for you to go. It does collect in Lagrange points. So, we talked about Lagrange points last week. Can we have a reminder about what Lagrange points are, please? That's where the dust goes. There's nowhere to go. It just collects in the corners of space, in the little pocket, in the little knickknacks of space. That's where the space dust goes. Deloitte says, did the Indians find anything on the dark side of the moon? Good question. I thought at first, are you being like a jerk face? But then I remembered they went to the moon in a very spectacular expedition. And I don't know. I didn't check up on that, but I know they were doing amazing things. And discoveries. I remember watching the video of them cheering when they landed their shit on the moon. And it was very exciting. If you guys didn't see that,
it's an amazing achievement.
Yeah, wasn't it was it last year or
Raise
the
your
year
hand
before?
if you made a spacecraft to go to the moon.
How long ago was that? Pi? Because I remember watching the news thing about it. I'm like, why isn't more people celebrating? People within the community was like, why aren't we more of us celebrating this really great accomplishment? Red Dog says, hate to do this, but I have to take my hot wife on a date tonight. Have a great podcast, you two. Thanks for contributing to it, Red Dog, with your input and your smart stuff. Wasn't it 2 years ago? Probably. Oh my gosh, I think so. And we should check up on that. Points in space where gravity and centrifugal forces cancel each other. That's what Lagrange points are. Thank you again, Old Virgin. I'm probably pronouncing everything wrong. I don't know what happened to Brad again. Hold please. This might... I don't know what this Google search will do, but it might give me like old... What? Okay. Yeah, it's pulling up some different things. It's not... That's kind of... I mean, well,
What are you
that's
looking
great.
for?
That thing about India and the moon. Yeah, if you do the
When
other
India
thing...
landed on the moon?
Yeah. It was... Okay. God, skip. India becomes... Yeah, this was a while ago. This was in 2023. India becomes fourth country to reach the moon as spacecraft lands near lunar South Pole. I remember this happening, Pi, because I was pretty excited about it. And oh my God, when you said 2 years ago, I was about to say, no, it says 2023. And holy fuck, that is 2 years ago. Where is time going? Into space, I guess. Ooh, does time go into space? Anyway, India on Wednesday made history as it became the first country in the world to land a spacecraft near the moon's South Pole. This was in August 2023. An uncharted territory that scientists believe could hold vital reserves of frozen water and the fourth country to achieve a moon landing. A lander with a rover inside touched down on the lunar surface at 6:04 local time, sparking cheers and applause. I remember the video news of that. Among the space scientists watching in the southern Indian city of Bengaluru. Congratulations again. After a failed attempt in 2019, India now joins the United States, the Soviet Union, and China in reaching this milestone. Sorry, China. Sorry, he's still president. What am I supposed to do? Indian Prime Minister... I can't. Watched the historical landing from South Africa where he's participating. But this was a big thing. India is now on the moon. India has reached the South Pole of the moon. No other country has achieved that.
Folks. News from 2 years ago.
Yeah, we are witnessing history. They were the first ones to ever be on the south part of the moon. I don't know. I think I read they went to the dark side of the moon. They did. Old Virgin said the landing didn't go very well. It landed on its side. That's not the same one, is it? No. No, they landed fine. There was something else that landed on its side, right? It wasn't the Indian landing that landed on its side, is it? That rover didn't land on its side.
I'm just going to let you explore on your own tangent. You have fun.
No. The thing that landed on its side is the one that makes Brad sad. That's something else. That was more recently. Brad, what was the one that landed on its side?
That was a commercial probe.
Yeah, and where was it?
The moon.
What? By who? That was Change 6. That was Chinese. It was a 6th robotic lunar exploration. Chinese rover reveals structures under dark side of the moon. Wait, so China right now in 2023 was at the dark side of the moon as well. But are they the one that had the private mini rover aboard sideways Athena moon lander? Oh God, I just think of this. This makes Brad get sad. Private mini rover aboard sideways Athena moon lander was ready to roll, but it couldn't get out. It's this one. Intuitive Machines Athena mission is already over. Yeah, that's not India. That is a private company. Private Intuitive Machines moonlander declared dead after falling on its side in crater at the lunar South Pole. Sorry, I'm sad. I'm crying. I'm laughing because Brad is so sad thinking about this poor thing laying on its side.
Like, not really. I'm just not laughing at it.
It's not funny, he says. No, that wasn't India. Just to clarify, Old Virgin. It was at the South Pole, yes, but it was not India. India successfully did their shit. Applause again to them for being the fourth country to get on the moon. But yeah. I mean, I wonder if they've been... Is somebody courteous enough since they're all up there doing stuff on the moon? Do you think the Chinese picked up the rover and put it back up on its side? Or are they just not touching each other's garbage that they're leaving on the planet, on the moon? Like, do they just have their rover go past this rover that's on its side going, ha ha? You know, like, what are they doing? I
They're
have
typically
questions.
not near each other.
Oh, because the moon is really large? How large is the moon? Just ask.
They deliberately land at different places to learn more about it.
Oh.
Like,
But
what's it like over here? Okay. What's it like
but
way over here? Okay, we'll set another probe. We'll
couldn't
figure it out.
they technically make it travel? Like, couldn't two people working like in opposite station, like things like fall in love, and then they like go, "Okay, don't we want to rescue that probe?" And they go on like this side mission, secretly like developing a, to reprogramming the lunar things to like go rescue the fallen probes. I'm just
That
saying.
sounds like a bad movie pitch more than an actual question.
I know. Coming to you, Disney's coming back. They're back, baby. You thought Wally was good. This one's gonna make your heart like just break apart. It's gonna be great. I want credit if they do that. By the way, I need my money from that. Thank you, because Wally hit the heart. Let's talk about true friendship, okay? I think they're a long way from each other, says Old Virgin. Yeah, you agreed with Brad. That's too bad. But again, adventures could ensue. Sentients could come to the lunar landing. They had lunar probes or whatever rovers. They could become sentient. AI could be in them. They could become sentient. They could want to find each other. They could then want to build themselves into a machine. You know? Like, sorry. I didn't take anything, but now I sound like I did. I'm so sorry, Brad. Keeping it professional up here. What were we talking about before that, Brad? Do you remember?
I think the initial concept was the solar system. I don't know where we're at with that.
Well, we're at quiz time.
Somewhere in the solar system.
We're at quiz time. Brad promised this, and because I can't stay on topic, and he's giving me a hard time with it, we're gonna quiz him on the 88 constellations, really quick.
Okay,
Just
we're
as a
doing
bridge.
that now.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know
we'll
about really quick.
we'll
It's going to
do
be
a
at
little
least 88
bit.
seconds.
Oh, you can't. You got to be slower than that because I got to be able to read and and look for them. DeLorean says, "Oh no, it's primed to talk about aliens." Oh my God, yes! I can't wait to play No Man's Sky. By the way, at the start of this broadcast, Brad was in a good mood because I mentioned that I got No Man's Sky.
Pretty good game. Recommend.
He likes it, yeah. And it's actually Ark who is in the chat who recommended that game for me as well. So you both recommend it. Okay, they think there's water at the South Pole, so potential for a lunar base. Old Virgin, that would be freaking awesome. I'm just saying. I just hope we don't ruin Earth. She's already leaving us, you know. She doesn't need more problems from us, but yeah. Never know, there probably is. Okay, I'm ready. We've talked about quizzing him on 88 constellations. So we're gonna go slow in alphabetical order. Go ahead, Brett. I'm just kidding, you don't have to do in alphabetical order. But you gotta go slow or else how can I read them in time, you know?
Okay, so right away the zodiac, so Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Let me know when you find it.
I got
Capricorn.
it. Capricorn. That would be oh,
C.
you were so wait, no, unfortunately that is not one. Yeah, you got another chance. Okay, there you go. You get that. Good. That's good. That's good.
Sagittarius.
Okay, well, I gotta flip the paper over for that, but I can do that. Hold,
Turn
please.
page over.
Yeah, turn page over. Okay. I'm ready for the next.
Scorpius.
Scorpius. Oh, that's so close. No cigar. Yeah, actually, it's Scorpius. Yeah. These are the. Oh, by the way, people, just so you don't think we're just saying things, the 88 constellations are officially recognized regions of the sky as defined by the International Astronomical Union. Do they pay dues?
Woo!
Do they pay dues? Union dues? These constellations cover
It's
the
a
entire.
union scientist, so maybe.
Those would be cheap dues. These constellations cover the entire celestial sphere and serve as a celestial map for astronomers. Here's a list of all 88. Okay, so we're going back to what we were doing again.
Next, Libra.
Libra? Oh my gosh. He likes a Libra. Who's the Libra? Smack him in the face. Can't believe you didn't come up with Leo before Libra. But go on.
I'm going backwards to the year.
Oh, okay. Let's go. The year.
Virgo.
Virgo. Virgos. Any Virgos out there? Virgos are nice.
My brother's a Virgo.
Oh, well, never mind. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go on. If you travel to Seoul in Elite Dangerous, you can see the constellations and games as Old Virgin. Yeah, I'm heading back to Seoul eventually. I got a long way to go, though.
You have your permit? Need a permit to visit there. Anyway, Leo.
Oh, well, now this doesn't feel right if you say it now. You know, Leo. No, sorry, it's not on the list. Okay.
The constellation Leo is not on the list?
Yeah, it's on the list. I was just giving you. Okay.
Regulus is Alpha Leonis, if you want me to be more specific.
Well, actually, no, it just says Leo, but there's another. But there's another Star Wars reference. Well, keep going, mister.
Huh? Anyway, Cancer.
Hey, play along at home if you know any of these constellations. If you can write them. Okay, guys. I swear, I'm not going to do this to you guys too much. We promised this, and this is a good as night to do it anyway. If you know the constellations, if you know the 88 constellations, you can write them down yourself and see if you get any of these as well. I'm just saying. And then you can brag when you get more than Brad. Let's go, Brad.
Are you done with Cancer?
Yeah? Oh, that's
Gemini.
harsh. Gemini. Okay. I had a Gemini best friend before. Gonna have to go quicker. I'll just have to go quicker.
Taurus, Aries.
Oh no! Wait! Too fast. That's a lot of page flipping. Got it.
You have Taurus and Aries.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pisces.
Yep.
Aquarius.
It's the H of. You said Aquarius already.
Maybe.
That's the second time you said that. I'm gonna put a tick beside it.
Okay, so how many am I at then?
Oh, you got a long way to go, buddy.
So count how many I'm at.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, Zodiac's done. Ara.
Ara. Okay.
A-R-A.
Yeah, I got it.
Draco.
Ooh, like Draco Malfoy. Cool.
I mean, it's Latin for dragon. So,
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. Oh, yeah, you have to say the meaning of each one now when you say them. Go on. I'm just kidding. Go on next.
Is Leo Minor in there? I think it is.
Yes, it is. That's why I was like, Leo. Okay, gotcha.
Ursa Major and Ursa Minor.
Wait. Oh, Ursa,
yeah, no, it's on the next page.
Major, Minor. No, I got it. Same page as Leo.
Those two? Dorado.
El Dorado, got it. Why is
No,
it? What does Dorado mean?
I think it's a toucan.
I wonder how much fuel I'm burning.
Oh no, wait, no, it's not. That's Tucana. Duh, I don't know why. Tucana is another one.
Wait, you mean that's another one you want me to look at?
It's another constellation. I'm rustier about the southern hemisphere
Tucana.
because we can't see them from this part of the world. So
Oh
Dorado,
yeah, you better
Tucana.
not be looking at the map
I'm
in
not.
Elite Dangerous. Okay, hands off. You know.
I'm still scanning and shit. I'm not gonna cheat.
Which scans are you at? Where are you at? How many scans in your thing?
What?
I was just.
I finished. I'm jumping. I got 92 jumps left. I gotta go.
Okay. Dorado is a fish. I didn't know that was Virgin. That's cool. Then I bet you
Dorado's
that
a
constellation looks like a fish. Okay, next.
Probably.
Yeah, if
Did you
guys
get
have
Tucana?
Yeah, I did. If you guys have anything to chip in about
Puppis.
these interesting things, I would like to know, because, like, these were named after things and stuff.
Pappus.
Well, unfortunately, I don't see a Pappus. P-U-P-P-I-S. Yeah.
P-U-P-P-I-S? Pappus.
Yeah, I found it, yeah.
It's named after the poop deck of a ship.
Really? Why?
That's literally what it is. Because there used to be Argo, which was the larger form of constellation that they divided up into 4 pieces, one of which is Pappus.
Oh.
Next, Vela.
Vela. VLA? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't remember. Maybe the sales? I can't remember.
Anybody know what the Vela is? Okay. Next. Like a veil. Because a Vela, I don't know. Who knows? Go
I'm
on.
literally going by memory, like around the, like this is what the constellations in the northern hemisphere are in the star charts.
Mm-hmm.
So Papa's Vela. I know, I'm just gonna jump around now. Auriga.
Okay, let me see.
Auriga.
Oh, you had me on the wrong page. Auriga. Yeah, it's there.
Carina.
Karina with the C.
Darina.
Yeah, I got it.
Eridanus. Eri.
Wait, why does it start with an E? Oh, you know what? You don't get that one because it's no, it's on the page. I thought you didn't get that one because my page cut off, but no, it's there.
It's like, oh, the printer ran out of ink, sorry.
Yeah, you know how sometimes if you print something 2 pages and then it's like, oh no, you don't get what was the rest on the first page. No, you
Lost
got
in
it.
the margins.
Lost in the
Cetus.
margins. What? Fetus?
Cetus.
Nope, don't see a fetus at all. Cetus. It start with a C or a?
Yes. Cetus. It's a whale.
Oh god, it's hard. You know, I might need glasses because like it looked like Cephas. Got it.
Cepheus is a different one.
Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. CPHES. Yeah, okay, got it.
Serpens. And I think there's two. There's Serpens cauda and Serpens caput.
Wait, is that with an S?
Yeah.
Serpens. Let me look. There's Serpens.
I can't remember if it's... Okay, so that's...
There's a Serpens. That's it.
Okay. I think some... Like, obviously not list, but I've seen it split into 2 constellations because it's big in the sky. Okay, that's fine. Ophiuchus.
Oh, that sounds like...
OPH.
Bless you. Ophiuchus. OPH.
Ophiuchus.
I am curious how many you'll actually be able to get before you run out.
Aquila? Or Aquila? Aquila?
Yeah, why did you think it was Aquila? Is that a second term for it? I found it though. These are the constellations that we know. No, I don't know any of these. Some of them. He's not saying the obvious ones for some reason. The dog stars. Why aren't you doing Boots?
Bootes.
O-T-E-S. Yeah, why is it called Boots? Does it look like boots in the sky?
I don't think so. It's shaped like a kite. It's like a diamond kind of shape.
Then why did they call it that?
I don't know.
Bootes?
Butte? That's not a constellation, that's something else.
Okay.
Orion?
Orion. Oh, we got a good comment in the chat. That's a good thing about the...
Don't
let me explode. Wait. Don't let me die. Hold, please. Cepheus and Cassiopeia were king and queen of Ethiopia, I think. Ooh, old virgin, that's cool. You know, I love it that people did name things after real things. Named after Charles Boots. Named after... Who was Charles Boots, old virgin? Old virgin giving knowledge. See, that's what I was hoping that people would know what some of these things were. Who's Charles Boots? Please let
Can I finish my quiz, or am I absolved from my quiz?
No, you gotta keep going. We're just also letting the chat participate as well. Please go on.
It's a group quiz then? Like, how's this? How are you doing this?
They're allowed to. Well, because we don't want them to die of boredom. We're also letting them let us know some of the things behind the names.
You don't want to die of boredom? You're in the wrong chat.
No, that's not true. Keep going. I'm ready. Go on. Where were you?
Canis Major and Canis Minor.
Canis Major and Canis Minor. Those are dog stars, right?
Big dog and little dog.
Okay.
Sirius and Procyon are the dog stars, I guess.
Wait, are those on here or no? What?
Procyon and Sirius? No. But Canis Major and Minor are.
Oh, okay. He was an astronomer, also discovered the Boots Void. Cool. That's pretty cool.
We're reading about that.
Oh, I like it.
Cool,
You read
100%.
about it? Well, then,
Yeah, like interstellar space is sometimes like there's accumulations of gas and stuff like that, and sometimes there's just big, as far as we can tell, empty swaths of space, and we give names to them because of they're in the direction of certain constellations. So the Boots Void is an example of that.
oh,
It's like, hey, look over there, there's a big vast emptiness. Neat.
Like my heart. That's great. Oh, I'm kidding. Okay, so
I mean, I
next-
can't take credit for this, but I don't remember who was in the chat, but they mentioned Cassiopeia.
yeah. Okay, so
So
Cassiopeia.
That's a.
Got
It's
it.
easy to tell in the night sky because it looks like a W.
It does? But
Yeah.
why? Why didn't they call it Cassiopeia? Kidding, says after.
What?
Why did the W then? Because she was a queen?
No, that's the asterism that is
Oh,
shaped like.
okay.
I'm not entirely sure what the question was.
I don't know. Next one. He's making another coffee. We're getting to hear coffee sounds, guys. Oh, it's exciting. He's doing it on the stream. That's great. Sound of man making
That's
coffee.
gonna be a separate Patreon
What?
layer eventually.
Yeah, the coffee
The coffee sounds
sounds.
level.
Yeah. And you'll just hear him making coffee. I'm at 100%. Okay. I'm ready for more. Like, you should be able to come up with one while you're in coffee, because I don't go all day, mister. Are you
do,
ready
though.
to give up yet? Hey.
No. I'm like visually like in my memory trying to like look through the night sky. Like, what's over there? What's over there?
Remember the night sky, people? Remember seeing
Draco, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. What else is up there? Cepheus, I said. Oh, Coma Berenices.
that would be negative. Yep, you got it. Yeah, that was one. I wanted to pretend like you didn't get it right.
Nope, that's another kind of easy asterism to see.
Why?
I think that's supposed to be like a was it like like jewelry, like a necklace or something like that of the king or queen, like Cassiopeia maybe. But it's a small. It looks like the letter C. It's easily identifiable, I think. As long as you're not in a big city where there's lots of light pollution. Cygnus.
Hey! Is that start with a C or a
Cygnus.
C? Y? Yeah, no, that doesn't exist. Sorry. Yep,
Cygnus
got
the
it.
swan. Lyra.
Wait, there was one above it.
Lyra.
Shit. I feel like I'm doing bingo. Lyra, except it's... Oh, it's good. Better than... Okay.
So the winter triangle is Orion and Canis Major, Canis Minor, and the summer triangle is Cygnus, Lyra, and Aquila.
Wait, Aqualung?
Aquila I mentioned already. I got that.
Okay, yeah.
Eagle. Trying to remember the other parts of that ship now. Puppas, Vela. What else is down there? Dorado, Tucana. Oh, Crux.
Crux. I think that one I... Crux, let me see. Crux. Yeah, thank you, because I nearly
Crux
crossed
is
that one
one.
out earlier.
Got Eridanus, got Serpents, got Ophiuchus.
Are you ready to give up yet? Okay.
No. Just scraping the sides of the barrel of my mind, though. Do you want to do a count? How many am I? Yeah, how many am I at?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 of 88.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that is. Old Virgin says when Astros wound their models back the last time, 7 stars were visible, was about the time humans were visible were leaving Africa. Oh, fun fact, the constellation Lyra is also called Seven Sisters. Many cultures had these 6 stars named Seven something. When Astros... Okay, gotcha.
The Pleiades are the Seven Sisters.
The Pleiades. Ooh. Is
It's an
that from the
asteroid.
constellation? Or is it
No,
not?
it's an ast-
Oh, that's too bad you're not getting that one.
That's not. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Easter egg: Subaru, the car company, is named after that group of stars. Subaru is Japanese for the Pleiades,
Wow.
and that's its logo. Bam! Take that to the bank.
But why would it call itself the Seven Sisters?
Because there's 7 stars there.
Yeah, but why would the car company call themselves
I don't know. Ask the Japanese people that created Subaru.
also called Lyra? Says Old
No.
Virgin. What? What do you mean no?
Lyra and the Pleiades are in different parts of the sky. They're not the same thing.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Next.
I'm trying to think of some other like weird Southern Hemisphere ones. Triangulum.
Yeah.
And is the
And?
Triangulum australis?
Yeah. Yep.
So the 2 separate ones?
Yeah.
Sweet.
You're missing some obvious ones. It's kind of disturbing, really. Just saying.
I mean, it's easy to say that on your side.
Well,
I
yeah.
didn't study for this.
You should have studied. We've talked about this for weeks. I'm just kidding. You shouldn't have studied. It's more fun this way. No, can you think
Yeah,
of any
I'm
more
pretty sure you
just
said
random-
that, so that's why I didn't study.
I should have told him to study. I'm like, pop quiz. No, it's pop quiz. It wouldn't be pop quiz if I told you to study. Well, do we chalk it up to that?
Can you make up your mind how impulsive you wanted to be about the quiz?
Do you give up yet?
No, I'm still fucking thinking.
Okay.
Pixis.
What?
Pyxis.
P-Y...
Pixis is a constellation.
P-Y-X-Y... Yeah, P-Y...
Did I say Karina already? I feel like I did.
Karina, yeah. You keep saying Karina. She's still there, yeah. Shit. I guess I'm close enough.
Oh, Centaurus.
Oh, look at him coming up with the obvious ones finally. Centaurus? Yep. I'm glad to act like I know any of these. Anyway, go on. I'm just kidding.
Delphinus.
Wait. I got, yep, that's one. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like nearby stars. Like Tau Ceti is from Cetus, Epsilon Eridani is in Eridanus. Obviously Alpha Centauri is in Centaurus. But I mentioned obviously something like Cygnus and things like that.
Too fast. Right here. You gotta come up with some more. I mean...
Yeah, I know. Monoceros.
Okay, hold on. I had to flip the page over. Monoceros. That sounds like a dinosaur. What does it mean?
I think it's a unicorn.
Really? There isn't one that I'm surprised you haven't mentioned, speaking of flying.
Vulpecula.
What?
Vulpecula.
Yeah, I see that.
VULP.
Yeah, I got it. It's the bottom one. What's that one about?
It's Latin for fox, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I think Vulpecula's a fox.
So you could call somebody a Vulpecula. Kind of sounds sexy.
I don't think it rings as nicely as
As Vulpecula lady.
like, hey, you're a Vulpecula majoris. It's like, yeah, no. No.
Ah, shit, I fell out of the sky again. One.
I don't think I said Andromeda yet, did I?
No, you didn't, Mr. Obvious.
No,
You just left the
Andromeda,
very... Yeah.
Pegasus.
What? What?
Andromeda,
Huh?
and then Pegasus.
Yeah, Pegasus. The one I've been, like, waiting for you to say. It's like so
Well, like
important.
I said, I'm trying to remember the like night sky guide that you took out and look up, and you're like, hey, this is the constellation.
Yeah, I love
So
those.
the constellations that are physically near each other in the night sky are how I'm thinking of this. Andromeda and Pegasus basically touch each other.
Oh, my.
Hercules.
I know, I was thinking, like, all the time, I was about to be like, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. And you weren't saying it. I was so close. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I saved it, you know? Did you know Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence's kids are marrying each other? There you go.
Sagitta.
Sagitta sounds made up to me. Let me look. Sagitta. Yep, that's on the list.
It's the arrow that Sagittarius is shooting at something. I don't remember.
Oh, they're like, we're going to name Sagittarius and its little arrow. That's pretty, I don't know. That's a bit overboard, don't you think? Okay.
I feel like there's another Australis one that I can't remember.
Any help from the chat? Hey, chat, if you want to guess and list some, I won't tell him. I've been telling people Pleiades and Lyra are the same. No one ever corrected me. I've learned something. It's a good day. Is it true, Old Virgin? Are they really not the same?
Like, they're both asterisms, which is kind of like an association of stars that's not necessarily a constellation, but like a grouping of stars. Lyra is its own constellation, which is very compact. It's a small constellation if you look at the night sky. And the Pleiades is a star cluster in Taurus.
Old Virgin is happy now. Are you happy about that, Virgin? It's a good day? Oh, there you go.
Share knowledge in the chat.
We made somebody's good day.
Visiting the Pleiades is like a little trip you can do in Elite Dangerous.
Oh, you checked, Old Virgin. Or Old Virgin was like, damn it, I fucking know I'm right about this. I'm going to show Brad. And then he checks and he's like, shit, Brad was right. I never knew this. No one corrected me. But how betrayed do you feel that your friends just let you think that you were right? They're secretly saying behind their backs, oh, that old fool. Don't
let your friends think they're right. Fact check everything.
Yeah, that old fool. He thinks that they're the same thing. We're God, here he comes again. The guy who thinks Lyra and the Pleiades are the same thing. No, I'm thinking this is funny. Come on now. I'm glad you learned, Old Virgin. Could you imagine the shame? I was there earlier killing Thargoids. Oh, you were playing Elite Dangerous? Oh, I don't dare go out into I'm in the bubble of core. I don't need
killing
to worry
space
about
lettuce.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, I just remembered actually. I think a bunch of that's true. The Pleiades in Elite Dangerous that's where like a lot of the Thargoids were, and several systems were like, not permit locked, but like you couldn't go there. The game wouldn't physically not let you go to some of those stars.
Oh, no. Speaking of stars, did I miss one?
Lacerta.
They don't know. They think I'm right. Lacerta. Wait. Lacerta. Oh no, sorry, that's not on the list.
Lacerta.
Yeah, it's on the list. I'm just trying to get it.
Lynx?
Lynx finally says Lynx. Yeah. Yeah. We're in the constellations of old ISPs now, or internet providers, right?
The constellation Netscape.
Oh God, too close to the sun. Netscape just made me lose my shit. I was like, wait, because I wanted to look for it. I was like, that would blow my mind. Oh God, Netscape was the best browser ever. Fight me. It was so good. Okay, I'm gonna get emotional.
I will not fight you on that then.
It was a fucking beautiful fucking browser. They're like, no, we give up. Explorer.
Yeah, you win, Internet Explorer. Sorry, Edge.
That day, all of us lost. No, Edge didn't. It wasn't. Edge didn't even exist yet. Yeah, they're still there in the California Nebula. Oh, the Thargoids. Okay.
Those motherfuckers.
Damn it. I wish. You know what? I wish was still there. The Illuminate. I wish the Illuminate was still around. Don't get me started on that either. Okay, I need to escape this. I need an escape vortex. Please?
An escape vector?
Yeah, an escape
What's your
vector.
vector?
Oh, no. Can I just... How do... Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get an escape vector now.
Oh, shit. What the hell's that one?
Wait, what? Which one? The V1? The one V1 that you've forgotten?
One V1 that I've forgotten.
Yeah, you forgot a V1.
Okay, well, no hints.
Okay, no hints. Don't focus on the V1. Move to the what you were going to...
Shit! No. My brain went there now, and now it's like, I said Vulpecula. I said Virgo. Vega is a star, not a constellation. It's Vega.
I'm like, is he gonna get it or forget all the other ones he could have known? You can move on from it. It's okay. Brad?
Yeah, let's circle back to that.
Yeah, let's circle back.
I mean, it's I'm being tested. I'm thinking.
Yeah. It's exciting.
But like right away, like there's entire letters that it's like there's no constellations that start with W.
You said Vela earlier too. Yeah. But there's one he's still missing. That's gonna haunt him for this whole quiz. I'm just messing him up a bit, because now he's gonna be a little fucked up because he's gonna be like, "There's a V1," even when he's trying to think about the other ones he doesn't know yet. Okay, back to the ones you gotta know. What? Is it what? Is it what?
Is it one that you know?
No,
or you just
I don't
know.
know.
Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know a lot of these. I only know some of them. Yeah, my score would be very low on this quiz. I think everybody knows it. No. Why don't you go back to where you were in the sky? Go back to where you were in the sky and go from there. And we'll go back. We'll circle back.
Pegasus, Hercules. But it's definitely a mix of like mythology and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, like Andromeda and Pegasus and Hercules are all.
Yeah, so we're getting on to the next one. He's trying to buy time. Little does he know we're running out of time. We have to go back. It's the future. Okay, yes, you're right, old virgin, and thank goodness he doesn't look at the chat. The second one is right. That you wrote. I think. Let me put the paper far away from my face. Yeah.
Before we celebrate too much, let me just check.
Yeah. Well, no, it has to be the last letter is hard for me to see in this low lighting. I don't want to align with the target destination. Okay, yeah, you're right, old virgin. Good thing he never joins the fucking chat because he doesn't want to support the channel. So like he doesn't know that you gave the answer right there. So that's cool. Yes, you're right. The second one. Okay. Because Brad doesn't want to watch the channel. He's too good for that. So next one, Brad, we're ready. Are we in the A's? Are we in the B's? C's? Where are you? His brain's having to try. I know you gotta know more.
Well, it's like I'm blatantly dangerous. It's not like I wrote these down to be like, okay, to jog my memory or try to think of a map and stuff like that.
I know. So, but the constellations, 88 constellations,
Yep, I remember that part.
celestial maps for astronomers. I should know these by heart.
Sextants.
Sextants. Let's look. That took you forever. I thought that would have been the first one you said. Sextants. Yeah.
That should not be the most obvious constellation.
Why not? It starts with sex. It should be a very obvious one. Next.
I guess, yeah. Okay, whatever.
Well, it should be. I mean, I wonder if we'll ever get that one over.
It's named after a sextant.
Well,
Before you get too excited.
isn't that a religious guy like a? Okay,
No.
go on. Oh, well, I don't know. What's a sex?
Well, I'm thinking you can look up what a sextant is.
I'm not. I'm busy scanning. I gotta check off a
You escape from
list.
the sun?
Yeah, I've had a lot of trouble tonight with that. I don't want to talk about it. Let's go to the next one. I'm ready. You're just trying to buy time. You got.
Well, buying time for what? It's not like I'm looking stuff up and waiting for Google to load the list of constellations.
To be fair, Old Virgin said his knowledge is pretty awesome. There you go.
Thank you.
A boost of confidence for Brad from the chat.
That fucking V thing is gonna kill me though. Like, what the fuck?
I know. That's pretty fucked up that I did that. Man, well, it also gives you an out. Like, as in, if you don't get as many as you thought you would, it'd be like, damn, if you hadn't said that V thing, I would have got more of them. I would have been so focused.
This is like like you said, I'm quizzing on how many I can remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Because I remember, like when I was trying to like world build and write my own sci-fi kind of story and stuff like that. I was basically building a universe to write sci-fi in, and then just kept building the universe and researching stuff. I never really wrote anything. But like the Zodiac and the Ecliptic is tilted to compare to the rest of the galaxy. So we have our Zodiac constellations, but the galaxy, or the Milky Way, when you look up the night sky, goes through different constellations.
Well, then, what's that have to do with the next?
So I'm trying to think of like that. It's like, what's the
next
like
one?
Galactic Zodiac versus the ecliptical Zodiac, I guess.
Well then, get on it.
Okay, well, calm down.
I'm just so excited for you to think of at least one.
I mean, I've done at least one so far.
Chat.
I should have wrote down the ones I got so I can.
No,
nope,
because I'll tell you it's already done if you want. We got more people just hoping that you'll get more right. I think they're like, can he do it? This is the event of the night. Can Brad name enough constellations? Who knows? Stay tuned, Brad. You got to guess at least another one. Come on, start with a letter. Start with a letter.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm thinking like A. I've already done.
You're not done with A.
Several.
You're not done with A.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm not done with quite a few.
You're not done with C. So many C's. And E. O and F. H's. I's and L's and M's.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a whole alphabet that I'm not done yet.
Yeah. Gosh.
I'm more disappointed that I'm this rusty with astronomy. That's.
Yeah. I think we all are. It's okay. I think you can get a few more if you really just like. What if I give you like a fill in the blanks?
I appreciate Old Virgin's positivity to counter your
as opposed to
you should do better,
mine.
you suck. Yeah.
What if
Thanks.
I do like the what were those called when you like wrote a sentence and you missed words and you had them fill in the words? Guess
Mad
words.
Libs? What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Do you want to do Mad Libs to like do these?
No, because that's basically a hint.
Oh, okay.
I might be pretty close to the I need a hint stage, though.
Okay. Like, are you gonna phone a friend? Because there's one in the
No.
chat. They have the V.
They have the V.
Yeah, they guess the V one. Okay.
So what's the second letter in the V one then?
O.
V-O. Oh, Volans.
Oh
Volans.
Oh yeah, you have to spell it as well when you guess it. That'd be great. Then it feels like spelling. Like, oh my god, I miss spelling bees. Oh my god, please, can we have adult spelling bees, please? We need to spell better anyway. Can we have a spelling bee night, guys? Please. I'm just asking. Look, we have a space podcast. Can we have a spelling bee podcast coming up? I'm just saying. We can learn words. Oh my god, I'm so excited now. Let me make a note of it.
Spelling Bee podcast.
Spelling Bee
Welcome
podcast.
to the Bee-cast.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna have and it'll be like words, and we can learn words, and we can use dictionary. Oh my god, we can use dictionaries, but you can't use computer dictionaries. You have to use a real dictionary.
Dictionaries in space.
To double check. Oh my god, dictionaries in space. Dixon. We can just call it Dixon Space for short. I'm sorry. Please, go on. You're gonna guess names. That would have been a great time for you to guess the R one. Like, there was an R one that would have been great for right now, but that's too bad. That would have gone with that last thing I said.
Dixon Space.
Yeah, it would have gone with it. Sort of. I mean, I did sort of read it wrong, I guess. Never mind. If I hadn't read it wrong, it would have worked. Just saying. Okay, next word. Wait, Old Virgin, can you put another one in there? Just so I have another thing to look forward to. I'm just saying. Just like... Breads. Okay. What if we picked a different letter area? Or do you need to go to a different... What about place names?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm just saying. I gave him a hint, he didn't take it, so...
Place names.
Your line says Dixon Space, brought to you by Dixon Cider. Oh, I had that, like... See? Exactly. He's picking up what I'm throwing down. Go. He wrote it like a beer. That's funny. Oh shit! I keep falling into the sun.
Distracted driving.
Yeah, well, he's talking about Dixon Cider, so how can I not? Dix in space. Oh gosh, that's like the second time. I wonder what my ship integrity is. Oh, it's still at 96% all. We're fine, guys. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. She's fine.
What's that? Ooh, nice.
Well, are you gonna ever guess another one? I'm just saying, like, I know we're taking our time, but we don't want to be all night. We want to get back to outer space. So these constellations, they ain't gonna wait around, you know. The constellations are moving in tandem with the whole universe, right? He
No.
guessed the constellations are stagnant.
No, they're
guessed-
moving all over the place in different directions.
He guessed those. Yeah, he guessed both of those. He got both of those, Old Virgin. Pick some puppies. Yeah, he got that. But he's not getting a whole bunch of ones that are really easy to figure out. I don't understand what's going on. Where are you, Brad? Where are you? Brad,
Hi.
are you gonna guess another one, or are you giving up?
Trying.
What?
I mean, honestly, the more you say it's really easy when you're looking at a list, it's making me closer to giving up. Yeah.
Don't give up. No, I'm not looking at the list really. I'm looking at space. You're right. The list does help. How about you look back at the sky in your mind, and I bet you'll see more. I know it. What is this here? What is this? What is this? Oh. What is Brad's thoughts on the intergalactic masterpiece Space Pants by Peter Dinklage and Gwen Stefani? I doubt he knows about Space Pants. That sounds too hip. Did they do a song? Deloitte, how come I don't know about Space Pants? What's that? Brad? Do you know about Space Pants?
No.
Yeah, see, no, he's not into that. He's too old for that shit. What are you knowing about that, Deloitte? What is Space Pants? Anyway, we're distracting him. Is he... You can do it. Do you want me to go to a letter? Like, do you want a letter hint?
Hmm.
Do you want to rise from the ashes and guess another one?
I mean, that was a pretty big hint.
You think so? Are you going to take it, or are you going to refuse to take it because it was a hint?
Well, I mean, I might as well say Phoenix because I have still a lot more left to go.
Oh, that's great! That's good. I actually gave you a hint earlier because I said it was a place first. Pick up. There we go. So I have not said that. Does that cheapen it? Does that cheapen it? Did I ruin the pop quiz? I did, didn't I?
What?
Well, what if we only did some now, and
I'm taking pictures of planets. Hold on.
oh yeah, he likes to. He's playing Elite Dangerous too, so he's pics of planets. What is that though? Is that a song? Oh, I'll look it up, Deloitte, because clearly I got time. Hold on. Okay. Let's look that up. I'm sure it won't be horrific. It should be great. Space Pants. Gwen. Why is some people put song only? Oh, it's an SNL skit. Oh, okay, Deloitte, you have a sense of humor. That's right. I forgot. Oh my god, that's great. Wait. So the clip I saw was really quick. And, oh, okay. Then there's a longer version. Got it. Oh wait, I'm back. I don't know. Should I add that to like the lore? The space. Do you think that's? Oh wait, I'm back. Oh shit! Oh shit! Ah! Should I add that to the space podcast chat, Deloitte, as research material for Brad to look at? Is that worthy? I didn't go in further than the Space Pants part. It's an SNL skit.
YouTube video.
Yeah, it's an SNL skit. Yeah. Of Peter Dinklage and Gwen Stefani. But did I miss out on a planet when my headset was down? I mean, a constellation. 88 constellations.
No.
If you love space, Space Pants should be essential listening. Do you mean that? Okay, well then I will share it in the Discord for Brad, who loves space.
You can put
And
it in
it's
the
not.
YouTube video section because it's not research; it's just a video.
Hey, you, you don't know. You're not even gonna look at the YouTube videos section though. You're gonna miss out on Space Pants. That's fine. He's not gonna look at Space Pants too long. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next one. What if you went to a different part of the. Like, what if you just happened to, like, open up one of your sky map books and just happened to point at something?
I mean, if I open an astronomy book, that's basically cheating.
But you know what? It's called an open book quiz. Remember those when they started giving us those in school? And I was like, what is this shit? This is cheating. You're like, I don't know why they did that.
I mean,
think
if you're testing your memory, it's cheating, but some tests are specifically open book.
So you know where to find information. So maybe, oh, wait, I gotta wait for this to work. If you open up the textbook and we do the rest textbook, I can put the number of what you found on your own, minus Phoenix, of course. And then that could be the total now, and then we could do the rest of what you do with an open book test. Would that work?
Probably not, because the book would just literally list them.
I guess so.
Doesn't like. Yeah.
Look, I tried to help.
Already discovered. Fuck you, other people. Get out of my solar system.
Well, we have. If I told you how many people were waiting for you to come up with the next constellation, would you freak out? Because I'm telling you, there's a lot. There's a lot.
I don't know if they're waiting. They're just gonna hear, going like, "What the fuck am I listening to?"
Well, basically, it's probably a mixture of that. It's probably a mixture. Probably wondering how many times.
I apologize for nothing.
I regret nothing. Explodes into the sun.
I think that's you. That's what you like doing that.
Yeah, apparently I had a rough night with the flying tonight. It's hard to do a quiz thingy at the same time. I don't know if you understand that. But at the same time as spacing.
I'm failing the quiz.
I know.
I'm focusing more on the not flying to the star thing.
Well, then why don't you stop flying and focus on the quiz? I don't know.
Because I want to play Elite.
Oh, well then. Alright. All I can say is then I will tally up then. If Brad doesn't get all of them correct, he must listen to Space Pants.
Maybe I'm at the giving up stage.
Deloitte says if Brad doesn't get all of them correct, he must listen to Space Pants.
Oh,
You know what? I think that's only fair. He won't though. Like we have no proof unless he listens to it over the comms, and I'm only partially monetized. It's not like I'm gonna get hit with monetized copyright, really.
The only way to prove it is to get a copyright strike. Well, that's something.
I would go through a copyright strike just to make you listen to Space Pants. I'm just saying. Come on, can we go to the P's or something? Oh my god.
Pegasus.
Okay.
Opus Pixis.
There's another Piscus.
I said Pisces because I did the zodiac thing. Oh, that's one of the Australis ones. Pisces Australis. Is there Pisces Australis?
Well, it says Austrinus, but yeah.
Austrinus? What the fuck is that?
Austrinus. It says Pisces Austrinus.
Okay, that doesn't count then, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it does count. It's on the list. It's right there. It's number 67.
Horologium. I don't know why I just remember that now.
Yes, that's great. That's better. He might not have to listen to Space Pants if he keeps at it. And
I think that's a telescope. I don't know. Or wait, no, telescopium.
oh
So
my God! Finally, like the most obvious one. I was excited about you getting that one. So I
I
was like,
forgot
it's a
there's a whole
freaking
bunch of them named
telescope.
after tools and shit. Yeah.
Well, then let's go. We're good. Okay, you're about to get a whole bunch. Then, if you got the
Is
telescope, you can get another one.
rectangulum? No, no,
Ret-
no.
oh, close. Wait, it's reticulum. Is
Yeah,
that what
no,
you meant?
yeah, no. That's no. I
Oh,
got
it
that
doesn't
wrong.
count.
I guess
Oh,
reticulum is one, but you said it, so yeah, that doesn't count.
fuck. All right,
Eh.
sorry.
Family Feud, Red X sound.
Okay. Next. But since you were on tools, you could have opened up a whole world
Yeah.
of possibilities.
Open up a toolbox of possibilities.
Yeah, like keep going.
Telescopium, sextants. God damn it.
I'm like, please guess this one. Oh my gosh.
This is what
Brad,
happens when you get old. You can't remember
Delong
everything.
says Brad is motivated now. He's like he guessed telescope. Why isn't he guessing this one? It's like
Microscopium?
thank you. I was looking at that so long. Thank you. I was losing my mind. I was like, how can he not guess microscopium? It's like thank you.
It's like so tiny.
Yeah,
Like a
and it was
microscope.
you had to have it in school. You used a microscope, and
Well, a lot of the constellations, if you look up, you're like, it's hard to see who connected the dots to make that shape. It's not very obvious, like
there,
Orion or fucking Ursa Major or something like that.
there's another one that reminds me of like what was in our this. What was that set that we used and they had protractors and shit in it? This word reminds me of something like that, but I don't know if it has anything to do with it. Look, all I know is that if he doesn't guess more, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it.
I said the triangle thing.
Which one? Yeah, I don't.
Triangulum.
I didn't see a T. Yeah, you already did that a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. Well, like you said, the math set thing. It's like, okay. Oh, shit.
I don't see shit.
What's Latin for compass?
Oh,
I can't. I'm trying to remember what it is, but I'm pretty sure that's one of them.
well, somebody, you gotta guess it.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm trying to think. Damn it! I don't know. I'll come back to that maybe.
No. Okay. I don't know, folks. Brad is motivated now, says Dulong.
More math shit.
Yeah, more math stuff. You'll come up with
Because
more.
yeah, like the more obvious ones are the like Greek mythology because they were prominent.
But then there's some
And
math
then-
stuff and tool
Well, I know.
stuff.
Well, that's what I mean. And then closer to more recent times, like in the 1800s, they're like, no, let's name them after the telescope and the microscope because those things are cool too. It's like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
nerds, calm down.
Yeah, so go with that stuff. Well, while he's thinking, this video is brought to you by Squarespace. It's not. I was. Could you imagine?
There's so many videos sponsored by Squarespace.
Wouldn't that be great? Video sponsored. Who got sponsored by Squarespace? Good for them. I use Squarespace.
The fact that I can't remember that there was other parts of the ship that I didn't remember either. I think there's one part of the ship left that's bothering me either. It's like, god damn it.
Well, while he's waiting, I'll tell you the space age. So we learned the solar system existed. Conceptual beginning, 1543 with Copernicus. Proof and evidence, 1609 to 1610 with Galileo. Nothing bad happened to him, I'm sure. Scientific model, late 1600s to 1700s with Kepler and Newton. And then full realization, we're so full of ourselves. Modern form, 1800s to now. I really doubt that this is a full realization, but that's what we've decided.
We figured it all out, everybody. Woohoo!
Yeah, it's all figured out. Yeah, so there you go. And figuring out stuff. Speaking of figuring out stuff, Brad has the next constellation ready.
After these messages from our sponsor.
Can you imagine?
Okay, what's a letter that I'm missing a huge pile? I know you said C, there's lots of C's left.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of C's. I mean, every day it's like survival, you know? You're my lover, not my rival. I'm giving him a hint, he's not getting it. I tried with that one, guys. I guess only a few of you would get that. You old ones in the chat. Brad's too young for it, I guess. See, he didn't get it at all. It just made him tired.
What?
All the thinking's made him... I gave you a hint and you didn't even hear it.
Oh well.
I wasn't just speaking crazy. Oh, God. I tried, guys. I tried to give him a C one. You heard. A lot of C's, an E, couple A's, lots of C's, though. An F, some H's, an I, an L's, M's.
Indus.
P's. Indus, that's right. Some S's. What if you got Indus?
Just because he said I was like, oh yeah, right.
Well, what about the other letters? There's still an O?
Cut Ryan and cut Ophiuchus.
Should we call it, guys? We did pretty good. Do you want to know how many you got so you can feel okay?
I mean, it is what it is. I don't think it's going to make me feel any better.
It's still not perfect, right? I mean,
I know this. Well, I know there's going to be a lot where it's like, how the fuck did I not remember that one?
I know, like there's exactly a P one I know for sure that you'd be like, how did I know? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna tell you how many you got. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. 59 out of 88 minus the one Phoenix.
Reticulum doesn't count either. I didn't get that.
And reticulum. So then your new score is
like
actually
57.
57. Yeah, 57 out
It's
of
a pass,
88.
but it's like a D minus. That's terrible.
That's terrible. Yeah, so let's go over the ones you didn't get.
All right, just because it's a long forever.
If you can guess them, before I finish saying them, you can get them. How's that?
Well, I mean, like okay, I don't know.
Like if I say one and then you suddenly go, Old Virgin says, wow, that is impressive. Yeah, that you got that many. I mean, yeah, let's be real. Like, who remembers the constellation?
If it was like a night, like if it wasn't thunderstorming out, I'd literally walk outside and look up and be like, "Come on, space, help me out here."
Oh, space was.
Because I'm good at like video. I can identify quite a few of them, but yeah, it's playing video games is not the best way to do a test, unless the test is about video.
Even if the test is.
Well, I'm not looking at the galaxy map either, because like,
I know, that's really cheap. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start to read some. And if you think of some, I will stop and you can guess, okay? It doesn't have to be
okay,
like if they trigger a different memory. And you can correct me when I say them wrong.
initiate trauma.
Yeah, all the ones that you missed. And, okay, sorry. Antlia,
Antilia,
I guess so.
like Antilia, or
I think so, yeah.
Antilla.
Yeah, something like
I don't know
that.
how do you spell it.
I don't know. I covered it over already, so I don't know.
No.
Something, something, something. A
Okay,
pus.
well, I didn't remember that one.
Apus or apus or I don't know.
Apis.
Apus, yeah. Caelum. Caelum.
Does it say what they are, like, or is it just like the
No,
list
it's
of their
just their
names?
names. It's their names. But if you remember what they are, you can tell me. Camelopardalis.
Oh, Camelopardalis.
Yeah, that old
That's
one.
that's the giraffe. I knew there was a giraffe one, but I'm like, I can't remember the fucking the Latin name for
The
giraffe. God
giraffe
damn it!
was the Latin name for giraffe is camel. That's kind of fucked up. That's fucked up. No wonder, you know.
Giraffes have a hump on their back.
Canis venatici.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Canis
Canis
venatici.
Venatici.
What's
Damn it!
that?
I'm kind of that's what I should have remembered. I'm kind of pissed off about that.
And me doing weird
That'll be
lyrics that made Brad go, "What?" It's
that'll be
chameleon,
the
Karma chameleon, or
yep.
George.
Probably don't remember that one either.
Circinus, 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 Circinus.
Yeah, I think it's like just a circle,
It is.
like Latin for a circle or something.
Columba. Columba. Anybody? Columba? For those at home
Mm-hmm.
who were guessing on their own. I thought he guessed these because of the names. Corona Australis. Corona Australis?
The Southern Crown.
Corona Borealis.
I was thinking because I knew like there was a couple like Pisces Astrinus and Triangulum Austral and stuff like that. I knew there was one that had a Borealis and an Australis. Like there's the north one, there's the south one, but I couldn't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. The Corona one. Whoops.
My Corona. Convus. No, Corvus.
Corvus, the crow.
The crow. We mentioned the crow the other day. The last episode. Why? Why did we mention Corvus?
Mm-hmm.
Columbo was the saint who removed snakes from Ireland. Oh, the St. Patty guy. Okay, crater. You didn't guess crater. I don't understand why. What's the crater constellation?
I'm going with it's a crater.
EQUU.
Oh, Equus was one? Equalium or something?
EQUULEUS. Equalius. Oh, wait. Did you say that one?
No, I was thinking of Equus, which is Latin for horse, but I'm like, I don't remember if that was just me thinking of animals in Latin.
No, you were right,
So,
though.
yeah, no.
This one sounds like a factory. Fornax. Fornax. People.
Ooh, I like that as a word. I can't remember what it is though.
What's Fornax? Do you know Old Virgin or Deloink? Okay, so
there's quite a few that are like if you look up in the night sky and like sandwiched in between prominent constellations, they're hard to see, or the southern hemisphere. And like now that you're mentioning them, it's like, oh yeah, right, that.
Old Virgin says crater. I think it's ancient Greek for cup. Oh well, there you go. Because it holds things. I guess. Grus. Grus. US. Grus. I don't know. GRUS. US.
Yep.
Grus.
Yep.
What's that? Okay. Then we got Hydra, which I thought you would have guessed. Hydra. You right?
That's a prominent one too.
Hydra and Hydrus.
Hydra and Hydrus, so the big snake and little snake.
Oh no.
Not to be confused with Serpens, the other snake.
Oh man, Hydra and Hydrus. The shaking of the fist. Lepus, Lepus, I guess. Not to be confused with the next one, lupus, Lupus. Lepus and lupus. Brad, Brad, are you okay? Is he having a meltdown? Are you all right? He's what? Oh, we can't even hear him now. In space, no one can hear you stream. I don't know. He's gone quiet on us. Formax is Forge, I think. Oh. Okay. Okay. He's not listening anymore. This next one, I really want him to hear, though. Are you ready, Brad? Brad?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just in the...
Okay. I don't know if he's saying he's in the bathroom or what. Anyway, it's Mensa. Mensa.
Like the smart people.
The smart people, exactly.
Which I'm clearly not today.
No, I don't get how he didn't get that. Lepus is the hare, says Old Virgin. Lupus is the wolf. There you go. Formax is the forge, I think, says Old Virgin. That's nice. Then there's Musca, M-U-S-C-A. I'm probably pronouncing all these wrong. Musca.
That's a fly.
Well, there you go. Norma. Good old Norma. Am I getting that right, Norma? Then we have Octans. O-C-T-A-N-S. Octans. We followed that up with Pavo. P-A-V-O. This next one, though, I think is really going to kill Brad when he realizes he didn't say this one. Brad, are you there? Brad? Perseus. P-E-R-S-E-U-S. Good old Perseus. Did anybody guess Perseus out there? Brad, are you okay?
I am pretty pissed off about that.
I know. I kept thinking, how is he not getting Perseus? Like,
remember your Greek mythology if you want to remember all 88 constellations, just saying.
Exactly.
And then, yeah, Lepus and Lupus.
Uh-huh.
Totally forgot about that.
Yep. That's a shame. What about Norma?
I didn't even know. Norma I should have remembered because, and I just thought about another one now.
Tell me that one before you forget. Which one?
Scutum.
Yep, that is one. Good. I can cross that off. Scutum. Good.
So parts like when they
then you actually got
when they draw maps of the galaxy. When they draw maps of the galaxy, some of the large spiral arms are named after the constellations we can see them in.
He got 58 out of 88 there. Perseus saved Andromeda from Orion. Yeah, that's right. As a horse, as the son of Medusa, right? Scutum is a shield, says Duloink. Yeah. See? Oh, we're not done yet. Pictor. P-I-C-T-O-R. Pictor. That one ring a bell? And then there was Reticulum, which you said you didn't get, so we didn't give you that one. Then we've got our final one. Are you ready for it?
What letter is it?
S. If you get this one right, you win the whole thing.
Sagittarius. Serpens. I don't. I want. Okay. I don't think it's right, but I keep wanting to say sticks, and I don't know why.
No, it's
I don't think
sculptor. Sculptor.
Eh.
Sculptor. I want to give you a hint for that one too. I want to be like, somebody, did this to the statue, David. They were a. Wait,
Because I know Eridanus is the river, but I'm like, I don't think there's another river like there's more
well,
than
what
one
was
snake.
sculptor for? What was sculptor for?
I think it's just like named after sculptor.
DeLoyne says time for space pants. He's not wrong. Time for space pants. So Brad is going to take a moment and go into the Discord to the YouTube thing. Hey, what the viewers want matters too. So Brad is going to go into the Discord. He's going to go to the YouTube section. He's going to check out space pants. Right?
Some people may be confused at my role in this forum where we're at here.
That's okay. Just go watch Space Pants for a moment, please. Just not over the mic. It's a requirement. DeLoitte will quiz you on something about the video, I think. Just real quick. Not a big quiz, just a question to make sure that you watched it, I'm sure. DeLoitte will have a specific question about Space Pants, so that we know that you actually watched it. But to be fair, even as he suffers a punishment of watching Space Pants, I just want you guys to know he did get 60 out of 88, or technically minus Phoenix, minus whatever that word I wrote there is. Was that reticulum? He actually got 58 out of 88. For those who do math, which I know DeLoitte does, DeLoitte, he's watching Space Pants. You're the math guy who taught me to do something I don't think that they allow us to do anymore. But you're going to have to do the math. Tell me what the percentage of 58 out of 88 is in out of 100%, please, DeLoitte. I'm sure you can do that. You're a math guy. And the punishment is actually the reward, says DeLoitte, no matter what he won.
66%.
60. Oh, God, that's unacceptable. How about, here's the thing. This was a first try. We'll put this on the date. We'll put the date that this was happened. We'll see if Brad can do better next time. Not next week or anything. We'll just throw this at him another time. And to top it off, maybe I will try to learn some of them. What do you think? I heard 55, so that could be 62.5%. No, he had 58 out of 88. Technically 60, but 58 out of 88. That's pretty good from memory. I mean, he could have cheated on us.
My name is Jonathan Comets.
Is that the comment toward the... Is that shows that you watched the video? Is that his proof that he... 66% with 58? Okay, was that a reference to the video, or was that just a random, like, Brad having a... DeLoitte, do you verify that he saw the video, or at least skipped through to the end, or only saw the beginning?
I can't be on mic right now for copyright reasons.
Okay, don't be on mic. Okay, got it. I didn't hear what he said. Oh, okay. I think he's watching it right now.
I feel like I've seen this many years ago.
Probably. Should I be watching it too? We'll just have a moment of silence while both of us watch this. Hold on. Hold, please. Everybody, there's a pinned comment at the top of the chat. Please open up that in another browser for a moment. We'll be right back. I mean, I'm still here. I'm just gonna mute myself. Oh God! He did. He did. Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh. This is great. Why did I not see this before? You're right. This is so Brad's like in
My
Space
pants are a
Pants.
tour of the solar system.
So it's
Solar
good.
system.
It's worth it.
Maybe I deliberately failed the quiz so I would be able to watch this again. Just maybe.
One giant leap for my pants. Hold on, I'm so behind. Okay, I need to listen to it now. Told you Brad actually won, said DeLink. Space Pants is now my funeral song, says Old Virgin. Hold on, let me watch it then. Hold, please, this is a group effort here. Look at my pants with the eyes in your face. My pants are covered in outer space. Oh my god. I kind of don't want. Does Gwen Stefani help it or ruin it? I just need to know before I get that far. I just need to know. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I just paused it to like. Told you Brad actually won. Thank you to like for lifting his spirits after the suffering his brain went through, and I don't think Brad's ever gotten 60% on a quiz ever in his life, so it was a humbling experience for us all. And for all of us who probably wouldn't have even guessed 5 constellations, so help, said Old Virgin. Wait. Are you laughing at the video? Okay, wait, let me keep watching. Hold on. I am wearing space pants. Okay, yeah, I think we all won tonight. You know, the trials and tribulations of earlier, you know, it all was worth it in the end for Space Pants. Everybody's like, can she shut up so we can listen to Space Pants again?
I did turn the mic way down so I could hear it.
Did you like it?
I did. I felt like I had a flashback because I definitely remember watching that.
Oh
It's a
my God.
9-year-old YouTube video. When I say space, you say pants.
What did I say? Bruce, click on the link that's pinned to the top, and then come back if you want. You have to watch it, Bruce. It's a part of broadening your mind for space in this really chaotic episode of Let's Discuss the Solar System 2. You know, next time we won't discuss the solar system. Next time what are we going back to? Are we going to go to something exciting next time? Like, we could go off onto the...
I mean, space is exciting.
What? Wait, let me go back to Space Pants. My pants are a door of the solar system? Is that what he said? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
It tied into the broadcast, into the episode. Oh, that link is perfect. Thank you, Deloink. Hi. Am I saying Deloink wrong? Oh, jeez.
How do you spell it?
D-O-L-O-I-N-C.
Dolo
I know
Inc?
it's...
Maybe he's an incorporated entity.
It's pie. But yeah, I don't know. That's great. I haven't been able to watch it all, but it's hilarious. Bruce, you stumbled into...
You should just take like the 4 minutes and watch it. It's hilarious.
I should? Well, you better talk to the whole people while I'm gone. There's still a few of them here, you know? So you got to talk to them.
It's like when you hold someone else's baby. They're just like, here, hold this. I got to do something. You're like,
Yeah,
hey there,
basically.
kid, don't puke on me or die while I'm looking after you temporarily.
Right? So could you do
Hi,
that?
how are you?
Could you do that? Okay, I'll be right back. You can tell them some up
I
about
look
your
after
favorite
kids.
things about Space System. Oh, I
Space Pants was pretty funny. Thank you for the Space Pants thing. That was kind of funny. I'm disappointed I missed so many constellations, some of which were pretty fucking obvious after the fact, but I guess that's how memory works when you're in your 40s. You don't remember how much of shit you used to remember. Oh well, thanks for all the hints. And I can't see the chat, but if you have any questions about the solar system that you want to talk about, leave them in the chat, and Sirius will check when she gets back from watching Space Pants. And that's classic SNL, where it's ridiculous, but the ridiculous part isn't the funniest part. It's that the mafia guy is enjoying it, and he kind of interrupts his own conversation, his threatening conversation with his colleagues, with a drawn weapon in a restaurant, to enjoy a random song. That's the funny part. Frame just canceled. What the fuck is this? Oh. I don't want to be flying to the stars here. That'd be bad.
That was great. Brad, you did horrible while I was gone. Anklo, hi. Duloin says you're welcome, Brad. And Bruce said, I didn't expect Space Pants with Peter Dinklage, but here I am. Bruce, that's what we all... I think we all learned an important lesson tonight.
How'd you know I did terrible if you were watching Space Pants?
I listened to you while I watched Space Pants.
Yeah.
I listened to you just saying blah, 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 blah. It was great. I was hoping you'd suddenly, I was hoping you'd confide into the chat that you did horrible at the quiz and you feel terrible about it. You'll be flogging yourself later. Like lashes on your back. I don't feel terrible.
I feel like I did above average. Like, randomly
it's 66% above average. Yeah, you did great. Yeah, you did great. Yes, you did great. I don't think most people would have remembered that much. We quizzed them on the constellations. Bruce. We got 58 out of 88 of them right. The important lesson of the night, says Duloink, is Peter Dinklage's pants are a door to the solar system. And Anklo says, oh, cool. And Bruce says, that's a wild punishment series. Actually, to be respectful, I think some people do that. I mean, if you have bad thoughts or whatever. I'm not judging here. You know? Anyway, what did we get onto that for? I got 45 jumps. It is 9:59 p.m. We actually might end on time, unless some people... Oh, Anklo says, hi, Brad. And he's waving. Oh, he's waving his hand. He's waving his hand. He's waving it, you know? He's just waved it. Wow, that was the most... That was crazy. That was crazy. Just a thank you again to those who showed up today and helped me suffer in this episode because I was no good at it. Oh, look at that. Disculpa got a membership. That's fantastic. They've been great lately contributing. I don't know why it's so random. Yeah, I don't even think they're in here. It's so random, but there you go. Guess they're going to figure that out when they get here next time. Thank you, Brad. We're not done yet. We can leave. Wait, no, Ankle, you didn't miss it. We are just... It's 10 o'clock. Generally, but we kind of go over. We were just we were going to clean up a little bit with the space, so the solar system too.
Did you have any questions about the Kuiper Belt, the Oort cloud, and all that stuff?
Yeah, please, somebody have a question or a comment about this, or if you want to talk about Space Pants, I'm open to that as well, because that was pretty important.
It's topical fashion, that's for sure.
It was. Space Pants. I mean, yeah. It was kind of important. So, um, it, no, oh, guys, Anklo,
What?
you got here. I figured you'd be full of questions of wonder and delight about this Disculpa? This I can't Disculpa. Disculp. Oh gosh, I'm spelling your name wrong. Disculpa 31. We good? Holy crap, guys! Sorry, hold on. I just need to.
Are,
Holy
are,
crap!
are you flying into a sun or?
No, I just sort of like. No, I think I'm okay. I did burn up a couple times today. Salone says, does it make you sad that the rings of Saturn are disappearing? We talked about it last week. Yeah. 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 I mean, they are, right? Yeah. I mean, what the fuck? The moon is drifting away, yada, yada, yada. The sun is going to explode. I mean, we're hurling toward the Andromeda galaxy. Yeah. A lot of it makes me sad. But you know what? When I'm sad, you know what I do, Duloink? You know what I do now? When I think
Put on
about
your space
the rings.
pants.
They should mash up space pants with tight pants. Come on. Crossover tight pants. Everybody knows about my tight pants, right? Yeah, wait, Will Smith does that on Jimmy Fallon, right? On Jimmy Fallon's show? Is that it? Is that on that show? Why don't they just oh, you know what? I wonder if Jimmy Fallon wrote Space Pants.
I honestly can't tell if you're talking to me, asking the chat, or just thinking aloud. Like you just
Both, all of them, all of the above. That's what makes it so wild and wonderful.
Bruce says, that's one way of describing it. But sure.
Bruce says I would be long dead before that happens. You don't know. A curse could be set upon you, Bruce, where you are meant to live forever. Yet you age and you can't
Maybe science will bring
die.
you back to life to fight in the military and just be a cyborg.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, remember Source Code? Ouch. Did you ever see Source Code?
I don't think so.
Well, when we were talking about and Deloitte mentioned it, about genetic, when we have mentioned about genetically modifying people
And the
because
Adeptus
of
Astartes?
to be adapted to space, right? Well, in Source Code, they not only used time travel, but they used a soldier. Well, spoilers, but they used a soldier and yeah. I mean, guys, have you seen Source Code? Anybody in the chat seen Source Code? If you're feeling traumatized, just watch Space Pants after so you don't feel sad. I recommend that one if you want to, it's a time travel, but also military, but also that's like the movie Titan. Deloitte, Source Code? No. Oh, you guys are talking about being dead. How many years until we effectively harness energy from the sun from space? Anklo asks. Yeah, Brad, how many... Brad doesn't know. What are we asking Brad? Brad, yeah. Brad, how long? So we start using the energy from the sun for space. Wait.
I mean...
from the sun.
Satellites in space right now have solar panels on them, so we are, I guess, but at an extremely tiny scale. We could do better.
We can
do better with a lot
better.
of things.
No, the genetically modified part. Oh, that's like the movie Titan? I don't remember Titan, but I remember Titan AE, the animated... Do you remember the Titan AE animated film? It was really good. It was like they were on the ship and they were workers or something. Do you remember that? That was fucking good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in years. That was so good. Oh, well, we're at that part of the podcast where we didn't really cover much with the people coming in going, hey, I'm here to talk about Soul System, but I don't have any questions. Anklo, I liked your question, but Brad didn't answer it. I don't know why.
What?
When will we harness the sun energy?
I said we already are.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Did you not hear that when I answered it right after you asked it?
No, I didn't hear. Event Horizon just popped in my head, said Deloitte. We talked about the Event Horizon that's on the edge of the black hole when we talked about Interstellar that one time during one of the whole episodes. Deloitte, did you ever go back? Or no, probably didn't. Did you ever go back and listen to any of the episodes where we weren't so...
Go backsies.
You should, though. Did you ever go back, Deloitte, or no? probably nobody ever goes back, right? But if you do go in the playlist, it's in the description. Let's discuss playlist with Brad. There are some cool stuff in the episodes, and if you guys ever want to like bring some of that stuff up right straight to Brad's face, it'd be great, and then we can like discuss some of that again. I've said that, so I shouldn't be mad if people bring stuff up, right, Brad? Because if they're referring stuff we talked about before, that means they listened. See? Okay. I got.
I don't think you need to convince me of that.
Okay. Okay, so why in fiction are spaceships aerodynamic if they only fly in space? Says Anklo. Ooh, that's good for us. What did we do it? Oh, we've done. What? Hey, well, Brad?
That's a valid question. I think that's part of a lot of science fiction movies are basically, hey, here's some cool World War II kind of stuff, but in space.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Like the original Star Wars movies, all the dogfighting and stuff like that with TIE fighters and X-wings was basically World War II dogfighting just in space. Because if you start to take it, if you need like cinema needs to be familiar so we can relate to it. If you make it too unfamiliar, people can't relate to it. So I think that kind of tie-in, and then eventually it got to the point where it's like, well, there's no atmosphere in space, so you don't need aerodynamic fighter-shaped pointy ships. And I think stuff like the Borg cube came out of like that kind of thinking, where it's like, yeah, we can have any kind of ship we want, but at the same time, they were still using physical models, like Industrial Light and Magic and other studios and things like that were physically building models, so it's easy to make familiar objects out of existing shapes and model kits and stuff like that. Like all the models they use in the original Star Wars are just like they bought like a whole bunch of cars and ship and tank kits and used like vacuum formed plastic shapes to make like the model of the Millennium Falcon and the model of the Nebula B cruiser and all these other iconic designs.
How many parsecs can the Millennium Falcon? Okay. Okay, so
make the Kessel run in? Is that what you were getting at?
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
That that in itself is like a funny nerdy thing.
Yeah.
Because so the whole because I think the Han Solo movie kind of fudged the original story behind that. Kessel was basically a mining. Kessel was a mining planet in the Maw cluster, which is a group of black holes.
12 parsecs.
And the whole. It was 12 parsecs. Mm-hmm. But the whole how far did it take you to do the Kessel run was basically navigating around these black holes. So obviously, the less distance it takes you is the more riskier you're willing to go towards these black holes, and the faster you'll get out. So that's why it's a weird, like, it only took me this far. So it's not like it's a race. I only did it in this amount of time, or I actually went this far. It's more like how little space could you actually complete the run in.
See, nerd fact of the day. So I got to catch up.
That's like nerd level 99 right there.
I'm enjoying it. No, that's what we need, more of that. I was gonna be hurtful and say, where was it? Run. Yeah, that was it. Wine fiction. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, I gotta catch up. I'm sorry, guys. Ooh, okay. Nope. My moonlight is.
The other half of the aerodynamic spaceship thing is, some of the like fiction has it where they want the spaceship to be able to land on an atmospheric planet. So you can't make it this blocky skyscraper kind of thing, because the atmosphere will totally fuck it up and it'll drop like a stone. So anything that needs to interface with a planet and actually land there, like shuttles or smaller craft, are typically still aerodynamic because they have to deal with aerodynamic forces. So you have some big, square cruiser that's never sets foot on the planet, staying in an orbit, and then sends down smaller shuttles and stuff or landing craft that are aerodynamic.
There you go. Old Virgin says, remember the Borg from Star Trek Big Cube ship? Yes. Old Virgin said that in tandem with Brad, talking about it. Scope Opera, Sammy, good to see you. Never thought I'd see you playing this, he says. I used to play... Yeah,
Is it
Scope
like a
Opera,
soap
Sam
opera
is
with
cool.
scope?
I don't know. They're pretty cool, though. They have a YouTube channel, and they stream a lot, and they're pretty cool.
What do they stream?
I think some shooter games right now in war, and they've done some different types of games, and yeah, you can check them out. But they mentioned about Elite Dangerous. Yes, I used to play this. I'm an explorer, though. Old Virgin says 12 parsecs. Okay, Anklo says, what would be the most optimized spaceship in your opinion? And Scope Opera was like, hit me up if you ever head into Wolf 1241. We'll go hunt some pirates. No, I'm not likely to. Just because I stay safe in here. I would die. I'm not a fighter. I'm an explorer. Okay, so what would be the most optimized spaceship in your opinion? That's a different episode, Anklo. Like, you're not on the Let's Discuss the Solar System 2 or Space Pants subject. I'm just telling you, Anklo. We had a topic. The spaceship episode. Didn't we talk about spaceships in an earlier episode?
No. I mean, we're talking about science fiction stuff, so we kind of mentioned spaceships quite a lot. I don't think we have a dedicated spaceships episode.
Wait, what happened? Okay, just before we
will. We should,
the next episode. Yeah, before we figure out what the next episode is, I want you guys to know that for those that are new to hearing this, the first episode was space holes, so black holes. The second one was space travel, and I do believe we talked about ships and stuff. The third one was the moon. It was a terrible episode. I don't know what was wrong with us that day, but we could have done so much better with the moon. The fourth one was interstellar exploration. I took notes. I watched the freaking movie Interstellar. He wasn't grateful, but he didn't treat me like it. I'm just telling you, it wasn't good, but it was a great episode anyway. And I was glad to have watched a movie. It was a great movie. So, fifth episode was Colonizing Space 1. And the sixth episode was Colonizing Space 2. We really went into colonizing space. So that's where you'll find a lot of the stuff about how would we do that? Generational ships, blah, 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 right? That's what we were doing with those, right? Where we do Mars, where we do this. Yeah.
Practical discussion about how humanity will go out and colonize space.
And then the second one, we got a bit more space sci-fi because we were going further beyond what our realm is right now. And then we did communicating in the far future. Like, how would we be communicating and how it works with physics and time and messages being relayed and blah, blah, blah. And then every episode seemed to also mention skyhooks for some reason. And then we went back to colonizing space in episode 8. Did we really? Did we call it colonizing space?
I like how you're reading your own synopsis of episodes and you're like questioning it.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't look right. Why would we have colonizing space 1, 2, and then was it 3?
I believe that comes after 1 and 2, yeah.
We went communicating in the far future and then we went to 3? I gotta look that up. Episode 9 was black holes again. It was a bit different than space holes because we really focused on the black holes, and it was really cool because, the Meridia stuff and...
Well, that's what it was. The first episode was about what was happening in Helldivers, and you were asking me scientific questions about the Meridian black hole and why is it a singularity and dark matter, and why do they keep calling it a wormhole if it's a black hole?
And
so that basically spurred the scientific discussion.
Yeah,
and then we talked about black holes again because Meridian smashed into some other shit.
Yeah, it was great. It was so exciting. And then hopefully something else happens. We get to talk about holes again. Holes are always a great topic. And then we talked about space junk. That was a fun one. That's where we really started to get excited about gravity. So that was exciting. And then we talked about war in space, which depressed the fuck out of me. So we went to the solar system. War in space was a good episode, though, especially if you're into the fighter jets. That's where Brad talked about how fighting, basically what he was saying just a moment ago, right? About how a lot of stuff was based on the war, guys, right? In that time period, right? Sci-fi influence, and how, gosh, it could have completely...
a lot of the biggest science fiction stories, like Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, that all came out like in the Cold War and the Vietnam War, the atomic age. So all those ideas and technology were very prominent in like the zeitgeist of society. So like, whoa, what's this going to be like
I have
when
a
we go to
question.
space and bring all these
that's
guns
a
and
good
stuff
one,
with
Juloink.
us?
Juloink, I'm going to read that in just a moment, right after I say my thought. Oh, fuck, I lost it. We had...
We'll be back after these messages.
No. What
From
did you just
Squarespace.
say? Squarespace. Oh my
What?
God, I wish. Sponsor me, Squarespace. I'm good for it in 500 more members.
we want Nespresso and Games Workshop
Coffee?
to sponsor us.
On Nespresso as well, yes. Why not all of them, okay? And Brad will read it, and I'll give him half. I'll give him 50%, okay? I'll give you 50%? 60%, 60-40. How about that? 60-40 if you're reading the copy. How about that? Yeah? Is that a deal? He's like, I agree to nothing.
This is all hypothetical, so yeah.
But if he's reading it 60-40, it'll be okay? Okay, anyway,
What's your thought?
I forget, but I was gonna say, damn it, it was about like an episode idea.
Science fiction or sciencey science?
Science and excitement, but it's too late now.
Was it Gravity? I know you keep talking about Gravity.
We are definitely doing Gravity, but no, like
it's almost like it's a fundamental force of nature.
I know.
Weird, huh?
I know. So DeLoitte said, as I said in the GTA stream, we will colonize space when the Emperor of Mankind awakens and returns to us, rods of God. Brad?
What?
Rods of God relate to gravity, says DeLoitte.
I mean, yeah.
That's it? That's all we get?
Well, what do you want me to... I know we've talked about rods from God before. She's like, what's that?
Yeah, what episode did we talk about rods of God in?
Basically take a bar of steel and drop it out of space. It's going to hit something on Earth at like thousands of miles an hour, and it'll absolutely fucking destroy whatever it hits.
Was that the space junk episode where we talked about that? Because I was like, what if things were thrown out of blah blah and then blah blah? Couldn't you use the space junk as a weapon and stuff like that?
Yeah. Rods from
God,
God.
a better question. Rods of God or what? They relate to gravity. The
military is looking at implementing them as weapons.
Of course they. I thought you didn't care about the military and what they're doing in weapons space, because we had great space news about weapons last week. Rods of tungsten hits with the force of megabombs without the fallout of nuclear, says DeLoitte. Do you have nightmares about that? That sounds like a nightmare, you know?
No, that's like the opposite of a nightmare. It's like a clean weapon.
Well, it doesn't sound clean if it still murders us all.
It doesn't murder us all.
Oh, but that's nice. Just a few of us then.
Well, he's talking about weapons, so I think they're explicitly designed and used to kill people.
Are they real right now?
Destroy targets.
Are they real right now?
They use tungsten darts in high-velocity anti-tank weapons.
Oh. Well,
tank shells either use high explosives, so that's where you get a heat round, high explosive anti-tank, HEAT, or HVAP, high velocity armor penetrator, which is like a tungsten dart. So that's kind of like a rod from God in like a baby version, but amp it up to thousands of miles an hour, not hundreds of miles an hour, or whatever it is.
Oh.
And instead of just punching through a tank, you'll get the kinetic energy will like cause fireballs and explosions and shit. You won't need chemical explosives like we use currently. Just the speed alone will fucking destroy stuff. Like that with the fleck of paint or whatever that hit the aluminum thing in orbit. Like you said, the space debris. Nuts and bolts hit the space station will totally fucking destroy it. You don't need military weapons or chemical explosives. Speed kills.
Speed kills. Kids don't do drugs. DeLoitte says it's been in development for decades, but they haven't perfected it. And Anklo says depleted uranium is used in tank darts. How are you knowing that, Anklo? What kind of Anklo? What are you up to? You're not supposed to know stuff like that. What are you doing, looking into stuff like that?
Any kind of dense materials. So yeah, tungsten and depleted uranium. They used depleted uranium in the A-10 rounds too. And they were like, I don't know if they were telling like the servicemen who load it and operate it, and they're like, "Why are we getting cancer all the time?" It's like, yeah, that's classified.
Yeah, I doubt they told.
So they don't really like using depleted uranium very much, even though it is very good at that.
Anklo already said that. Sorry, Anklo. I thought that was a new comment. I thought you guys were helping me out over there. I didn't know you guys were. You guys literally didn't say anything more. What the fuck? You're just gonna end with that, Anklo? I need more than that. Well, fine. That's fine. Look, there's nothing there behind that sun.
I want there to be an episode about weapons. I know we talked about war, but
well, is that in the list? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like the
remember
manhole
that list
cover.
I sent you a couple times?
Yeah, I keep updating it when you send a new one. It's like the manhole cover that launched into space when they were being detonated when they detonated the nuke. Wait, is there a manhole cover in the space debris orbit? Or did it just go up into the atmosphere and fall down? I need to know. Because now you got me thinking of a manhole cover just like in circulation in space. DeLoink, you need to clarify. Old Virgin said, Anklo said, well, they are really useful for punching in heavy tanks. Gotcha. And Old Virgin says they used depleted uranium for many weapons. We found that out during the Gulf War. Oh, Old Virgin, you have that as well. Anklo says, have you heard of a LOSAT, Brad? An LOSAT?
It sounds familiar. I can't remember the acronym off the top of my head, though.
Yeah, Brad's had a hard time tonight. He had a quiz, and he's asking the teacher if he can retake it. Says he's not feeling well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just kidding.
Spoiler alert, I don't remember literally everything I've fucking read in the past. Sorry. Not sorry.
No, not of it? Okay.
Also, how many jumps you at, series? You still jumping in space, or you just stop?
I know, I'm jumping and scanning. I got 40 jumps. Gosh, I don't even have the next plotted route, do I?
You don't?
Oh, I don't need it yet, but I will need it one day. I'll need it one day, won't I? I'm gonna one day get there. 40 jumps ain't that far. I mean, it's enough that I'm done now. How many jumps do you have, Brad?
I don't know, I'm jumping.
Is the next place I'm going to an actual... Is it the mining place? They covered a nuke in cement, says DeLoink, with a manhole cover. It launched into space at an estimated 100,000 miles per hour. So is it in space then? Is it a part of the debris field? Like, or did it go up into the atmosphere and come back down? I need to know, DeLoink. Is it now in the space... What is that called? The orbiting space junk? What's that called? We went over in space junk. The debris field, the thingy.
Yeah.
What's that called? Anklo says the LOSAT is an anti-tank, non-explosive missile launcher. Yeah, okay, no, we didn't know about that. I mean, I don't know.
What does the acronym stand for?
That's what he said. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, well,
DeLoink said if it survived, it cleared the atmosphere, but they don't know how far it went. Ooh, DeLoink, that's interesting. Well, Virgin says, I don't think they ever found it. That's... Well, someday somebody's going to find it. Can you imagine? You're like an astronaut just doing your thing out in space, and then freaking bam, a manhole cover.
It's going to smash into an alien planet and start an industrial war. And they're like, what the fuck is this? People throwing manhole covers at us.
Yeah. What's
fucking earthlings.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's how it begins. LOSAT is line of sight anti-tank. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. There you go. Imagine a manhole cover starts an intergalactic war, LOL, says DeLoink. Yeah, it seems like you and Brad are on the same page.
Yeah, but don't litter. Kill us all.
We have littered so much in space. I mean, and we're getting worse. It's great. We're doing worse. We did talk about that. So speaking of goodbyes and stuff. What we had these other. Oh, you know what though? Okay, I'm gonna look at your notes for this episode. Anything beyond Neptune gets lumped into a vague group called trans-Neptunian objects, but they can be broken down into distinct groups and topics. Minor planets, Kuiper belt, comets, Oort cloud, scattered disk, heliosphere, heliopause. We can talk about these. That was your notes. And
Yeah,
yet,
remember like
you
2 hours
gave
ago
me
when that would have been
shit.
relevant?
Yeah, but you gave me shit and wanted to be at the heliosphere. And we didn't talk about all that other stuff. What minor
What are you talking
planets?
about?
What minor planets? We didn't talk about any comets. What's a
That's right,
scattered
you didn't.
disk?
You didn't talk about any of that. You're right.
Well, it's your notes. I'm just saying. It was a lovely note. Too bad it didn't do shit for us. I should have looked at the note, honestly. I could have been like, hey,
No
Brad,
shit.
on the 24th of May, you sent me this great note about the next episode. Shit.
Yep. Glad you read it at the end of the episode. That's
Shit.
neat.
Pluto
Maybe I'll
is
put like a little high importance exclamation mark, like a work email.
Oh god, I think I just deleted all of your notes by accident. Okay, that's good. We're fine. Okay. Imagine. Okay. Inkla says it shoots out a solid steel kinetic energy penetrator the size of a streetlight pole. Ouch, Inklo. Deloink says Pluto is a planet. I don't care what NDT says. You came to the right place. Brad's opinion about Pluto? Brad?
It's been covered.
In a previous episode. I guess you have to go to the previous episode to know how Brad feels about Pluto. Spoiler alert, he thinks that Pluto totally didn't deserve to be a planet, and he's glad that it's not a planet anymore. False news. Fake news. I'm lying. I'm just lying. I'm kidding. We have...
Sometimes the series is full of shit.
Yes. I have to be. I mean, it's what, it fertilizes the conversation. Eh?
Yeah, with bullshit like fertilizer.
Yeah, that's what I did there. I tried. Anyway, thanks, guys. I'm sorry that we didn't cover any of the things Brad put in his notes. I have a second idea. Since you're co-hosting this, what if? Now, hear me out. What if you
read the fucking notes?
What if you also read the notes? No, hear me out. If you also read the notes, and then you could be like, hey.
I'm gonna throw it out to the chat. Who should probably read the notes if it's their podcast? Just leave a comment if you have an opinion on that. I wrote the notes and I sent it to her.
But I did mention
Is this on me?
and you kept going to heliopause. You didn't want to hear me talk about the other stuff. You're like, no, we're the edge of the thing. Is that when I go, aha? But I see your notes here that you said on the 24th, and then you go, oh shit, you got me.
No, because you kept talking. You went right to heliosphere, and then you talked about other shit.
Well, okay. Rewind the broadcast just to be sure, guys. Leave a comment. Tell me.
I might not remember all the constellations, but I remember what we were talking about 2 hours ago.
Anklo says, oh no, thank you, Anklo, for being on my side. DeLorean says, since Brad is a man of culture with 40K, I look forward to space weapons. Oh, you guys are going to make me go back into war. Is that what we're doing next week? Are we doing space weapons next week? But
I don't know. Check the notes.
the notes aren't in order. But the note says stars. And then it says gravity. They're not in order. Exoplanets, galactic cartography, genetic engineering, interstellar politics, alien life, megastructures, super weapons. Super weapons is last. Genetics and how we will both survive. Post-futurism politics. 88 constellations quiz for Brad. Wonder how that went. Planetary weapons, alien biologies.
Chad, if you'd like us to do a series on something that she might not get 100% on, and then we can just keep bringing that up. Leave a comment about that.
No. Laser and energy shields So, do you want to talk about space weapons next week? I can try to suffer through it, but I'm going to need help with that. You guys better come forward with space weapons because
Don't sound
hell
too
if
enthusiastic.
I'm not enthusiastic about space weapons. I mean,
Why not?
I'm just not. I'm not a weapons person. I use them in the video games, but I'm
You're
not
excited
real.
about like genocide and Helldivers, but it's like, oh, weapons? No, don't want to talk
You
about
know,
that.
like I mean, they're like,
Weapons are
oh,
bad.
we can
They kill
customize.
people.
Yes, but the Illuminate are pretty. Okay, look, I don't look. The Illuminate were pretty. All right, and besides, I had these secrets that I could throw that would blow people up, my
That
teammates
sounds
up. It
like a
was great.
weapon. Are you okay
Yeah,
with that?
not in real life, but in the game, I loved them.
I mean,
Hellbomb and
if we're talking
Seekers.
about interstellar weapons, they're not real either. It's all hypothetical.
So we can talk about imaginary weapons. What about the weapon of love? Like we could do that. Could we make up really ridiculous weapons? Like
You could do
space
that on a
weapons
different channel.
in different channel.
No, that's stupid.
It's stupid. He says love is stupid. But when it comes down to the spaceport, guess what's gonna save us all? It's gonna be love.
Yeah.
One alien is gonna love another, like the human, and then they're gonna like galactically connect, and then
This is
that's
dumb.
this is dumb, but this is science fiction, and it's possible. Okay? Did you not see Galaxy Quest? Are you discriminating against the love that the guy who played Monk had with one of their tentacle love? Are you judging it? I'm just wondering. Okay, the species with the better weapons will. Okay, Anklo, you had a point. Is it better weapons or better strategies? Well, what's the subject then next time? We need a decision. Does it have to be weapons again already? Couldn't we go to like flowers you find in space? Okay, Asari from Mass Effect is all in hoping for when we do make contact. What does that mean? Mass Effect the game? I didn't play that yet.
Mass Effect is a game, yes.
Oh, well, thanks. Not everybody's smart like you, Brad. That's
Well,
why we got a
look it up.
podcast.
Look it up then.
I am scanning. I'm scanning. Well, what's the topic then? Do you want to do space weapons next week?
Pick
I
one of the
just
other things on the list then.
Oh, good. It's like really without because you know they're not going to bring the Illuminate back next week, and I'm going to be sad, and I'll be like, oh yeah, space weapons would be great to use if there were actual enemies to fight against. Yes, please, no weapons. Well, what about alien life? What about alien life? Space weapons can wait, says Deloink. Ah, a man after my own patience. Can we talk about alien life? Brad?
Sure.
He doesn't like that. You're not really excited about that one, are you? Well, because we've just done the solar system, sort of, kind of. And we said, the edges of it, right? I mean, we didn't get on about the chances of there being the possibility to have life on, like, that you could have resources or various forms of life on various moons and stuff within our solar system. But what if we did discuss alien life? That's going to bring all the weirdos out, though, right? To tell us that Area 51 and blah, 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 and all that. Are we going to go there? No? Don't go there? Brad, I need a decision. Brad,
What?
I need to know.
So you absolutely have to decide like this second.
Well, I don't know with the group here, so they know what
just
to
pick
expect
one.
next week. Oh, jeez. I'll do a poll. Weapons in space is a crazy idea you wouldn't be able to clean up. Well, that's where, you're battling. We kind of did discuss war in space. We talked about some of that stuff regarding Like, we kind of talked about it in War in Space, but we didn't go into specific, like, lasers and freaking, I don't know. We sort of did talk about a little bit of it, didn't we? It was deeply troubling. I don't know. I guess since Brad doesn't want to decide on the topic this week, we'll just leave it be. We'll leave it as a surprise. I'll post it in the Discord when he's made the map, when he's decided. I'll post it in this week, or I'll post it as a community post or something, so you guys will know what the topic is if you're going to show up again. Do you want me to quiz him again? On what, though? I'm just kidding. Brad, do you want me to quiz you again? No? Don't do it? No? No? We'll have I have 39 jumps, okay? Alright? Are we okay? I've made him so sad. I'm sorry. He did great. You know? Do you think anybody else could get 10 of them? 12 of them? No, I don't think so. How far away are you on the map? Are you on the map? Like, can I see you on the map or no? On the galaxy map? No.
I'm still logged in. You should be able to. I'm 77 jumps from the center.
Oh, wow. How far am I? I'm 39 jumps from Omega Sector VEQ B515. So how far away am I from Sol?
From Sol or the center?
The center. I guess the center.
Like a lot.
A lot? As in, I should probably jump when I'm not on the stream, probably. Okay, well, I don't know. So I
put
get
it this
it.
way: like if we're like driving towards each other and we're going to meet somewhere, it's not going to be the center because I'm going to get there way before you do.
Well, it gives you time to freshen up, have coffee, relax. Weapons in space is a crazy idea. You wouldn't be able to clean up. I think we mean like. Although that's kind of, now you're making me imagine like people in spacesuits, astronauts with, that's terrible. Well, let me look at this again. Genetic engineering, though, we did kind of mention it. What about?
I feel like a lot of topics are going to be like mentioned briefly, and then we can focus on specific ones for the some episodes. Like we keep bringing up black holes and gravity because.
I love those so much. I want to do gravity so bad. Do we just go for gravity next week? I'm sorry to sound so excited, but is it too soon? Or should we save it for a special episode? This was episode 13.
What the hell is that?
And we have 13 people watching now, so that's kind of funny. Hi. We're trying to decide what to talk about next week. Do you guys have any ideas? It has to be space. We can go into sci-fi. We can go beyond, but we'd like to tie it into science and physics and whatnot. I'd like to, you know what? The Illuminati are gone, right? Do gravity, definitely gravity? Old Virgin says gravity. Brad, can we do gravity? If I'm ready, if I promise to do homework before then, would you do gravity with me?
I don't think you need to do homework.
I want to do homework. I want to have good questions to ask you. I want to learn things. I'll watch episodes of Gravity, things about gravity. Can we do gravity? Can we talk about, like, okay, gravity is such a big topic. Can we talk about, like, how it relates to, can we specify it down a little bit? Like, gravity.
I mean, talking, like, it itself is extremely vague. It's like talking about light.
I know, that's what I mean.
Okay,
so what do we
like
talk about?
photonics, optical scattering, like we narrow it down a little bit. Gravity in the context of what? Physical calculations? It literally affects everything in space.
We could start out. Ooh. Oh. Oh. It's talked about so many things we've talked about. That's why we keep talking about gravity. Mars has weak gravity, guys. Uh, should we just start? Yeah, gravity needs to be specific. It's like physics of space, says Deloitte. Do we want to just talk about what is gravity? Or do we want to talk about it in
No.
relation to... Okay. Thanks.
What is gravity is kind of too open ended.
Let's discuss
What is
gravity and
color?
me.
What is color?
Let's discuss gravity and
What?
you. Let's discuss gravity and you. Have a better relationship with gravity. Gravity. Let's discuss gravity. Friend or foe? Let's discuss gravity and fuck. I don't know. It's too big of a topic, isn't it? Okay, forget it then. I guess we're at a standstill, Brad. You'll just have to tell me what topic you decided on that goes in better order with what we've done later. You know? We're wrapping it up, folks. It's 10:42. I gotta get ready for a racing playlist. And there's 13 of you. Thank you for subscribing to this amazing content. Asteroidal impacts. Deloitte coming through with the help. Gravity and asteroidal impacts. Although, once we're done talking about asteroidal impacts, would that be it? Or do you mean asteroidal impacts and that's it? What is an asteroid? No, okay. We know. I don't know, guys. Oh, no. No, I don't want to buy any arcs. Holy shit. Brad's gone quiet, so I guess he's done. Brad, we don't have to decide now. It's all right. It's okay. You did great. He did great, did he not? On the quiz? Round of applause to Brad, who... Brad? God damn it. Why does he go quiet on me? Is this
What?
on? He's thinking about space pants. Um, I don't know. Whatever topic we do next week, we do next week. Hopefully it's with enthusiasm and preparation. H. You guys were great. Good job, Brad. The Emperor protects, says Deloitte. I guess you Warhammer geeks. Is there an Emperor in the tabletop as well game, Brad?
No.
There's no Emperor in his.
He's I won't spoil it. He's busy.
Why?
Maybe Warhammer could be a topic.
I don't know Warhammer. I don't care about Warhammer.
Well, how do you know?
I know about it because Helldivers 2 has a lot of crossover. Super busy, says Deloitte.
Yeah, see, Deloitte knows.
Warhammer is on sale right now, guys. 40K should definitely be a topic, says Deloitte. Should I get it? Well, okay, well, guys, my PayPal's in the description. Send me the money and I will buy Warhammer and we'll play that next week for the first time and we'll talk about Warhammer. I'm just kidding. We can talk about Warhammer without me playing it. It'll be kind of weird, but I won't understand anything that's happening. But I guess that's kind of my turn, considering you didn't understand Helldivers, but you did because you know about stuff. So I don't know. You guys really want to talk about Warhammer?
If you learn about science, everything else kind of falls into place.
Well, how does Warhammer fit in then to the space podcast? Tell me what the subject would be then. Sell me on it before we go. You got like 5 minutes. Let's discuss what? Warhammer and what space topic specifically?
It's got a lot of Intergalactic colonization, weapons.
We've talked about colonization. Okay. Prepare for a deep rabbit hole. What would the topic be for the let's discuss? Then, what is the theme of Warhammer? Isn't it where you're put
Conflict in space.
conflict in space?
But alien life would be covered.
Alien life. How about, okay, so alien life?
I don't know.
Should we do alien life and Warhammer, tie it into Warhammer?
I mean, I was kind of joking.
Oh, well then, fuck. Like, I'm trying to get the topic here. Let's discuss.
How about we don't think of it right now? Because even if we think of it, you don't read the notes.
Let's discuss space racism. Anklo, ouch. Space racism. I'm personally against it. Oh, don't make me sad for all the dreams and hopes I had for Star Trek, kind of, even though it had its own stuff. I really was hoping for that kind of a world, I'm just saying. 40K can relate to a potential interactions with alien life, says Duloink. Alien life is a good topic, says Old Virgin. Looks like alien life is a popular topic. Brad?
Yeah,
like it. Could we do
okay,
let's discuss alien life?
So take those ideas and write them down, and then we'll figure it out later.
I think we'll go with alien life, guys, because it's one of the titles he put down in his notes that I didn't read today at the beginning of the episode. So thank you guys for your input. I appreciate you guys helping me out because I couldn't have done this. I don't know. I can't. I don't know how many episodes it'll take for me to be able to know how to do this. I'm guessing about like the 25th, 26th one, I'll hit my stride. So I'm looking forward to that. Deloink says Star Trek, Mass Effect, 40K, Helldivers, all possible ways we could interact with aliens. Not to mention all the fucking movies. Don't get me started about aliens. Have you guys heard how much I love aliens? Just say it. No? No?
Mass Effect, Babylon 5. Basically, if it has aliens in it, you can talk about it.
Alien life, then. And then we could also talk about... Oh, hi, Smudge. Cats. We could talk about cats. We could also talk about... If we talk about alien life, we could talk about... Could we touch briefly, even though it's not outer space, why are we so obsessed with the idea that alien life has been on Earth? And why we believe that there's knowledge of it? And can we go down that rabbit hole? Because somebody will want to. Can we go down there a little bit, but draw back into sci-fi? Can we talk about Independence Day? Brad?
I don't know why you would open that door.
That door will open whether we would like it or not. I just need to know if you're willing to walk through that door. Can we go through the Independence Day door with alien life? Can we? Oh, he sounds so reluctant. It's gonna be great. Okay, guys, I can't wait for the next episode of Alien Life.
It hurts.
I know. Next time we'll do better. I'm sorry, Brad. Brad did great. Can you guys give him a round of applause, please? A quiet round.
I survived. I survived.
He did great. And the next time every week when he does the 88 constellations, it's going to be great. Each week he'll get better and better at it. I'm kidding. We won't do that. Can you imagine? And every week he remembers less and less of them. Why am I laughing at that? That's horrible. Brad, I'm sorry. I'm in a weird headspace right now. I'm so sorry, man. You did great. You handled this well. Thank you so much. I think if aliens had been here, we probably wouldn't be anymore, said Old Virgin. You saved that talk for the next week's episode, but Old Virgin, maybe. Or maybe we're here because aliens have been here. Or maybe we're here with aliens. Or maybe, I don't know. It's going to be great. Brad's going to hate it. It's going to be wonderful. But we'll talk about Warhammer, and when it gets too far, we'll just talk about Warhammer. Get him to talk about Warhammer, and it'll be great. Are we saying goodbye now, Brad?
I guess so.
Can you say goodbye to the people for me?
Goodbye, streamer,
Oh,
podcast, audience people. Thanks for joining. Space Pants was pretty fun.
It
Like the
was.
Space Pants thing.
Space Prince. Wait,
I did.
before we,
I did watch that in the past, and I forgot about it.
yeah, quick click on that link that's pinned to the top. That's Space Pants. Thanks to Deloink. Ankle says, see ya, Brad. We love you. Space Pants says Deloink. Goodbye, Brad. And oh no, says Deloink. Aw. Space Pants.
When I
Yeah.
say space, you say pants.
Space Pants. See ya, old virgin. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And don't worry, Brad will listen to Space Pants maybe after, and he'll be happy again. Sorry for that. Thanks for watching, guys. You guys are great. Thanks for subscribing.
Bye.
Bye.